at this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business. You meet married men that 6 months, 3 months, they don't have sex at home. But they want to fuck you every day. They come to their girlfriend's house. They want, as they enter, they want just they do. But at home, there is nothing. So how you go? So that's my fault that you're not having fun at home, and that you can have that fun with me 1,000,000 times in a day if you so wish. You will always come to me first. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're using a condom. Life is preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me and do what works for you. Sure. I was saying something earlier about my state of mind where I cannot be with a single guy because at this point, this is what I'm looking for. And I can easily and comfortably get that thing that I'm looking for from a married guy that I know I am not interested in getting married to. And he also knows that his feelings for me are temporary. If he falls in love and decides he wants to get married to me, that's on him. If I like him too much, I will marry him. Primary thing that keeps that man coming back is the sex. It's not anything else. Why do you think a man has a mistress for a while and decides he wants to make her his wife? Again, the way she makes him feel. I'm going to go into sex a little bit.
Tell me more, mommy.
Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Thank you so much. Every 6 p.m. on Mondays, you're there. You're with us throughout the week. You're with us throughout the month. You're with us throughout the years. We are grateful. See our award. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
We did it.
Thank you, guys.
Force of pod. People will be saying their podcast, they make impact. They change lives. They turn things around for good. Now we winner, the Honest Bunch podcast. And it is a victory for you because you give us the support. When some people come and say, those people, they always, you say, no, go and watch
the full clip.
so that you will learn.
Yeah.
You're going to learn. So this is for you. Thank you so much. We do not take your support for granted. We are super grateful. Now, let me introduce those who have stood solidly behind us over this, the course of this season, and we are grateful for your support. Resida, it is very important. If God don't bless you, you want to invest in real estate, no go put your money for something where we can show you real shaggy. Resida, slide into their DM and type the keyword Honest Bunch. They'll know you are from us and definitely give you the best deals. Then there's Carabao Energy. Keep the energy level up, enjoy yourself, and use it to cool your spirit. There's also Afri Prize. It gets airports where we say people, they go vacation, follow there, go prison, because they carry fake items. You can shop for quality items and also win fantastic prizes. And finally, Adult Nation Entertainment. 2 of the brightest artists in the whole of Africa. Watch out for them. Dumami the Jig.
Osumo Grammy.
They are coming. So ladies and gentlemen, let me delve straight into the introduction of the amazing quartet. But one person, but let's go. By my immediate left, today is different. When I see where I sit down.
It's just that you're not raising up your legs.
By my immediate left, ladies and gentlemen, is Adaitim 1. Any other Adaitim is a counterfeit. Adazulezu. www.asanpokoto.com. Beautiful, ebullient, intelligent, graceful, charismatic. Ladies and gentlemen, melanin popping, jollof always jollofing. Ezinne Ugoji. No. Oh, by the special grace of God, incoming. Ezinne Ugoji, Ezinne Mama.
Ebuka.
Zini Bosch. If I say this title, because
wow.
incoming. Okay. I apologize, sorry. From one beautiful Nigerian woman to another beautiful Nigerian woman. Ladies and gentlemen, Gen Z Pro Max. a body with the fear of God.
Oh my God.
A body with quality home training. She's beautiful. She's drop dead gorgeous. Her voice brings all the boys to the episode.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only, crafted in the image and likeness of God.
Hey!
Deity Cole!
Hey,
Hey,
chummies.
chummy.
And yours truly, husband material. Our elder brother.
please.
Our elder brother
You
is
are dripping in melanin.
6 foot tall chocolate puppy. What are you talking about? The Carabao of the honest bunch.
you know that this thing, there's this thing it does to me.
Sorry.
I love this material, husband material.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it looks like you'll be today's Anunti.
Yeah, given my position, our elder brother is on sabbatical. He gets some kind of important message when he go for mountain. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are blessed with the presence of great personalities, and I am very certain that if you follow this episode until the end, you will definitely take out very important life lessons. Let me begin first with a podcaster, a digital content creator, and the voice of a generation of Nigerian women who want to take over the world by making tremendous impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Moymo. 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 Fadekemi, Moymo. Moymo. Fadekemi, Moymo. Sorry, you guys said it is shockers. Yeah, Moymo. What's going on, Moymo? Fadekemi, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're blessed to have you in our presence. Ladies and gentlemen, this young woman is a vanguard that has helped to liberate so many people. When it comes to understanding your body, being confident in your skin, and not allowing anybody turn you anyhow, she's an advocate of such. She specializes in teaching people to know themselves, believe in themselves, and do all that they can to see that they add value by first loving themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneur par excellence, CEO, talking bole. Once you see this woman, you know saying her business, they ahead, and so many other things. Please make some noise for our GF Fortune, aka the girl talker.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much. God bless you. Make her clear my throat. This young man is a good friend of mine, and I am proud that I know him in person. He prides himself as the finest man alive.
Give God praise.
And the savior of all the almost shekpeteris. He's super funny, super creative, super talented. He's also a podcaster. But in podcast, not to win people into the kingdom of the Most High. He's a Christian with a difference. He has the seal of God. He carries the armor of the Holy Spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Ebuka. Ebuka, man of God.
Is the Holy Ghost in the room with us?
Yeah, he's here very strong. Can't you feel him?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Glory. Somebody say glory. So, thank you so much, Ebuka. Thank you so much, the girl talker. Thank you so much, Moymo. We're really very, very grateful. And I'm very certain that we're going to have an amazing and interesting episode. So, we're discussing relationship. And it's important that we have such conversations. Everyone wants to be part of a relationship. Everyone wants to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
Take a walk on social media and you see people say, the and God when, and oh Lord, am I a stone, that you would hear would shock you. It is because people look at things like this and they are excited because they love what they see. But before you get into it, what do you know? Before you get into it, are you confident in yourself? Do you love yourself enough to love somebody else and add value to them? We go discuss them, discuss red flags, discuss green flags, everything we concern relationship, and you will definitely learn. So I think a very good place to start is to define what relationship is to you. Your own understanding of what relationship is. I think I would like to begin with Moymo.
I was looking at you, looking at my way. I'm like, oh, it's not me.
It's you.
What does relationship
Mean to you.
mean to me?
Yeah, your definition of relationship
Like
or your
between
understanding.
a man and a woman,
yes,
a couple.
Yes.
Well, to me, it's supposed to be some form of like a partnership. Like, I feel like your partner is supposed to complement you. Like, where your weaknesses, they have their strength, and where their strength... You shall understand what I'm saying?
Yes. You complement each other.
Yes, you complement each other. Someone just like to help Me, I love relationship. I'm a lover girl. So I love love. I love seeing love. I love the idea of love.
All right. Okay, Moymo, lover girl, loves love, loves seeing love, loves the idea of love.
Loves
Girl
relationship.
talker. Yes. Over to you. Your definition.
Of relationship?
Yes.
So for me, yeah, relationship starts with you before the next person, before the man or the woman that you want to bring to yourself. If you have a personal relationship with yourself, then you can now understand what you want from the next person. First, do you want love? Do you want friendship? Because when there is friendship, then love can begin to blossom. You can have someone that is not your friend and you go straight to loving them. It doesn't work that way. So first, you understand that you want friendship from this person. You want something tangible. And then you're like, okay, I can love this person over time. Again, love is conscious, so we're going to get to that. But now decision where you go decide, say, this person, I want love her. Then
Interesting.
you begin to love the person.
Interesting.
So relationship is you first, then before the other people.
Interesting. Ebuka, over to you.
Yeah, so for me, yeah, I'm not a preacher of love, but I'm joking. But on the more serious note, I think like when I think of relationships, I would say, emphasis on two, because nowadays, relationship will be like community, you understand?
3, 4.
But emphasis on two individuals, man and a lady, very mature individuals that decide that, they want to go through the journey of life together with mutual interest, and they have shared common goals, together. That is, for me, an optimal relationship. Two people mature, because most cases it's a maturity problem. And that's why I like what she said. A lot of times people are going into, especially in our generation today, everybody want the relationship. There's a kind of subtle mockery of day in your day. You know, seems like if you're single, you have an issue. So you see people that have not fully formed their ideas, fully matured. They are looking for somebody else, and find people that cannot just stay on their own. So that maturity issue
First.
always comes into play, because you're not mature enough. And some people are not, emotionally mature. They don't know how to handle disappointment. And if you want to enter a relationship, these are humans, are people. One of the natures of men is that they are variable, they change, they say things and don't do it. It's who people are. That's why they're not infinite, So if you're not yet trained on how to handle such disappointments, to love people regardless, emotionally, how to manage hurts, manage all those things, and you want to go into a relationship, it's going to be a disaster. So also, even financial maturity, people will never hold their side,
Because the thing, they require action.
Yeah, you understand. Love for mouths, it's not really effective like that. You understand?
Well, sure,
It has to be shown, and oftentimes it's not even about being materialistic. It's about doing the least. So to show care, you need funds. So that thing happens, and people are not ready for that. And even physical maturity, I don't yet say that was even there. People weigh, some parts of them are not 100%. They are looking for somebody to be with. So I feel emphasis on maturity for me. And, another thing is shared common goal. Because that's another thing. I've seen it firsthand where people get into relationships and there's subtle resentment, because you just see the life you're supposed to have. You met this person and he just took you away from that life.
Yeah.
And you can't really accuse that person because everybody will say you decrease when you follow him. But deep down in your heart, many marriages now, I know they work. The wife is looking at the guy. He just represents all her stolen dreams. I came, I married you. I didn't want to have kids too. Now I have kids. This is not how I planned life to be. But this relationship stole that. But maybe you had that conversation on common goals.
First.
You will know whether I suppose they the same line with this
not.
person or not.
So
I have a question.
okay.
It's for girl talker.
Okay.
Do you think humans have the capability of loving two people at the same time? I mean, emotionally, giving, to two people at the same time.
Like
Yes.
intimate relationship.
Yes.
Yes.
Not woman when born 2 children. No.
No, not be children. Intimate,
Yeah,
emotional.
people can.
I agree with her.
Why? Explain.
Okay, so again, I said conscious decision to love, right? So if you're intimately entangled with Mr. A for a woman, men do it more. That's why a man can have a wife, a full-fledged family, and falls in love outside. It doesn't mean he
He
doesn't
falls
love
in love.
outside.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't mean he doesn't love his wife. Oh. It doesn't mean he has stopped loving his wife. Like he still loves her on 100, but he's still fully in love with another woman outside.
I
It
don't-
doesn't
I don't
change
think that, I don't think
anything.
that is possible.
What do you mean you don't think that is possible?
Personally, why? Because first off, I think you have to first look at, you know, because if you say, the question is, can somebody love two people intimately at the same
At the
time?
same time.
Yes, you can.
It depends. It's not love. If this is what I think, this is what I think. Because human nature, naturally, people are selfish, you know. And when you're selfish, if you chop 7 dishes, you know, you the belly full, you understand? But you can't claim to love somebody and also love another person, because that is an
can.
invariable. It's an attack of your love of this person.
You can.
Do you get?
Trust me, you can.
So if you're talking about emotion and feeling, talking about vibe and feeling,
You can
because
love
feeling
as
is
many
not love.
people
Oh.
as
If you
you
talk about
want
vibe
to.
and feeling, I can feel good and, you know, want to be there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it makes me feel good, you know. But is it really love? This is all about me. It's not love now.
Okay.
Like, can you
Yeah.
really love
I
someone
think-
and say like you're cheating on them? Is that
Doesn't
that
make
really
sense to
love?
you.
Like, I don't think you are
I don't
really
know about
love.
cheating, though. I don't know
But
about. I didn't
that's
say
what it
cheating.
is.
I think your sucker
Because
has
cheating
more to
doesn't
say.
have. I want to
It's
hear.
just, yeah, I want to hear her as well.
No, see, the thing is, you can love as many people as you want to love. Shabi, they say, for God so loved the world and he sent his only begotten son to come and die for us.
That
God
context
loves
is different.
everybody equally. So for me, I can decide I want to love you because of how you make me feel in a certain way. Okay? You touch me right, you kiss me right, I can love you for that. Then I can love somebody else that gives me money because he gives me money. So you can't divide the love and share it around. Why do you think men have 5, 6, 7 wives? You think the husband don't love the wives? Have you thought about that? Like a man
I've
has
thought about that.
7 wives that he provides for all of them. So you think he loves one more than the rest?
No, let me tell you why a man has 5, 6, 7 wives. Because truly, when people, number one, is that you said you love this person because he treats you right.
Various
Are you
reasons.
seeing the emphasis? It's still you.
But it's you. That's
know.
why you can love
so
many
this
people.
So it's not really. It can't be love. Let me explain something. It can't be love if it is selfish. It's not love.
Then it's what?
It is. You can be attraction. It can be using, because what you just described now is you. This person's utility to you, just like you love your shoe, because of the way it makes you look. You can't really say you have shared love with that shoe. It's not
You
possible.
do.
The shoe is a tool for your beautification, just like that lady is a tool for your sexual satisfaction. And so, as long when you know that you don't really love her, is the day she stops being useful for you in that regard.
But that's how it always is. Like you can't say that. Everybody has reasons that they love you.
No.
Yes.
Let me explain.
The only
Let me
person that
explain.
loves you for you is God.
And your
That's-
parents.
No.
And
That's,
your parents.
that's what the,
Exactly.
That's
And
what
your
the world.
parents.
That's what the
No,
world.
it's the truth
That's
because
what, that is what is mainstream,
But that is what it is.
but it's not true.
it's true.
So what is true?
What I also think is
It's not true.
because you love this shoe,
Yeah.
it makes you feel good. You might as well treat it right.
But you do.
And that's
yeah.
showing love. Because,
It's love.
I mean, I love my bag. I love my phone. I don't want my phone to fall on the floor. If it falls on the floor, it's useful to me. Oh.
Very.
But then if it falls on the floor, I'm sad too. Because it's an interwoven relationship. It gives me and I give it. So it's left for me to keep my phone safe from harm's way. And left for my phone to also make sure that I make calls.
And that doesn't mean you can't have a second phone or a third phone.
Let me. Let
But
me,
then
And you
I
care
have a
about
second
all
phone,
your
but I
phones.
seldom look at that phone. On a second thought, I just realized I have a second phone, but I seldom. The phone is in this bag. because
So
there
this
is no
is the
fun-
main. This is the
is
main.
the
Now
one
that one is the
has
side.
internet,
That one is
right?
the side chick.
You get
Oh, so you still love the both, right?
Okay, so let me say something about that. I think the problem is, and that's the problem of today, definitions, So because of words have changed over time, contextually, and what they mean, all right. So in today's world, like what you are describing to me doesn't mean love,
Can I come in?
No, I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm saying by definition, what you're describing isn't love to me. It's just like what you just described. It's just like saying you work in an office, all right, and you get paid at the end of the month. In that office, your value is tied to what you bring to the table, all right. Can you truly say that the company loves you because it pays you?
The company loves
you
what you do.
also
You know why? Because it's number one, it is purely transactional. Number two, you are only as useful to that company as you show up to do that job. So it's not a love relationship.
I'm gonna have to
brings me
cut
to
you
asking-
off
okay.
a little bit.
Do you get?
okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now you're bringing office inside of love. Office and love cannot go together.
How?
Love
so?
is personal. How you feel about something, how you feel about
Let
someone.
me not say office. Let me say, can you say your boss loves you because of
That's different.
personal.
That's like
no, that's
what?
not different.
Corporate
It's the
setting.
same.
No,
it's the
that's
same
like corporate
utility
settings.
what type of love
value
will I look
conversation.
for from my boss?
Do you
You're
get?
there to work and receive
do
your
your
salary,
job.
and you go.
Okay, can I come in, please?
And the phone is there to call. I'm helping
Have
to
you
browse.
have you heard
That's
this thing?
it.
Have you heard this thing when they say that don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband?
Okay.
Bam.
Right? That's the first one. And also I believe that I
And
believe
they say, "Bam."
I believe that you have soulmate for a certain time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the
I'm just
truth.
saying because if I call husband material my soulmate now, we got married and stuff, and God forbid, okay, don't let me use husband material. If I call someone my soulmate now, and God forbid something happens to the person, will I say because the person is my soulmate, I won't go and look for another person to marry, and I can still fall in love with that person?
You
Okay,
can.
That's because you believe
hold
in the
on.
concepts of
Hold on,
soulmates.
right?
actually.
So I still believe we can have soulmates like at the same time. Yes, you can.
How many
Three
souls
people
do
will
you
be.
I
have?
don't know
Three
about.
people.
I don't know
Two
about
people
calling
can
That
be
means
you.
your soul
soulmates.
is an ashawo soul.
It's not even just about that. You can have a soulmate at the same. You see, I feel like if the person you find right now, you are saying that person is your soulmate, you can still find another soulmate outside.
Why
It's just
this?
that
Why
you-
this soul
that's
is still
not
It
here?
just sounds you have to be intentional about the person that you say you want to fall in love with.
I think
so. Yes, you can fall in love with more than two people.
Yes.
You know
at the
you
same
mentioned
Well, I
time.
think it's falling in love.
You know,
I
you
don't think
mentioned,
so.
you
I
mentioned
think it's falling
something.
in
You
love.
mentioned something. You said transaction. Before
Yeah.
we run away from
Yeah,
this, I just want to
transactional.
pin on it.
Yeah, transaction.
Let's dig deep into
right.
Go deeper,
transaction.
mommy.
No, but before we dig deep into that,
Yeah.
he has his definition of love, which comes from the part that he's a man of God. That's why he's not taking our approach.
No.
on love.
This is where my no.
Or he's a Christian.
No.
Not
Let
a Christian, I'm a Christian.
put it like this. Let me put it
I'm a
like this.
Christian.
Let me put it like this.
You get?
Let me put it
So
like
it's-
this. Let me put it like
that's
this.
the part that's the
You
problem.
know, when I said definitions are so important because they drive our lives. They determine our standards of reasoning, of right and wrong, morality, definitions. So that's why people say your truth, my truth. Okay, but the truth for me, you're right. When you say love, I'm thinking, what is love? And I'm very funny enough. He knows I like to think philosophy. I like to think. Let's see how this idea can weigh. Love has to be the appreciation of value, all right? True value. That's what love has to be. The appreciation of true value. In other words, you see the true value
of something, right?
of a thing, all right? You appreciate that true value. Now, when I say true value, I'm referring to intrinsic value because if you look at it externally, that external worth can change. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I'm talking about true value. Now, having said that, when you talk about emotions and feelings, the thing about emotion and feelings is it possible for me to feel a certain kind of way with two people?
Yes.
Emphatically, yes. I can feel a certain kind of way with 70 people because it's emotions. Emotions don't have intelligence. That's why there's EQ, there's IQ. You see, if as this guy is here now, your feelings are inside you, it's like data. All right. I like saying that. And you guys process those data to get information. That's why if you want to love now brings intentionality into the play. This guy makes me feel this way. Do I want to love this person? Nobody they love passively, but you can feel passively. If somebody buys you stuff regularly, you don't know when you catch yourself start saying, is that feeling stuff for the guy? Is passive. But love, guys, be active. I decide to love you. So can you actively decide I want to love you, Ju, and Ju?
Yes,
There's a fundamental problem with you. That's what the point is.
No, not necessarily.
Because it's mutually...
Why can't you see intrinsic
Doesn't
value
mean
in more
other
than
people
one
can
person?
do that.
Why can't somebody see intrinsic value in multiple people?
Why? Because number one, all right, now that gets to my point. You know, if I say the love that I uphold, that's the definition. Yeah. One of the things I look at in the love is, for me to effectively love you, I must want what is best for you. All right? I must desire what is good for you. All right? So, if I'm in a relationship with you, and I desire what is great for you, I don't want to hurt you. So how can I be in a relationship with 7 other people?
Okay, so look at it like
Are you
this.
getting my point?
Wait, look at it
It's
like
not
this.
love then.
That is because you are speaking from the point of view of a
And the boss is
selfless
the vet.
person. But
Yo,
look at
this guy.
it in the point of view
love
of a
this stuff.
selfish person. Like, because they're
Say it.
selfish doesn't mean they don't love you. Hope you know.
No. If you're selfish, you don't love them, you love yourself.
How? I
That's
love
it now.
myself and I love you too.
No.
But I love myself more than I love you. That's it
But-
now.
but-
That's
but-
what it
No,
means
it's
to be
not.
Oh,
selfish.
you love yourself more
That's
than
what
you
it
love the
means.
person.
That's what
Yeah.
it means to be selfish.
But you must
That-
love yourself
You love yourself the
first.
most.
Yeah.
Before anybody comes in, you first.
But I don't agree with being a selfish person. But what I'm trying to explain
Yeah, I
to
don't know,
you,
let you reach that one.
wait,
But
what
let
I'm
me
trying
just
to explain
clear it
to you is that they are coming from a place of I am a selfish person, so I love myself, and I'm thinking of myself. I'm not thinking of her or be him.
Oh.
How does he feel about me and this other person, or how is he going to feel if he found out that I was having a
Can
thing
you
with
say
this
you
other
really,
person?
can you truly say you love that person?
Can you truly
Because
say you
every
love that
time there'll be
person?
a conversation between you. Life is a choice between me and you every time. Love is sacrifice. He has sacrifices, brother.
You know, I'm
Can
sorry.
a selfish
That's
person
what
make a
love means to
sacrifice?
you,
You know,
not to everybody.
I'm going
No,
to,
but
I'm
wait.
going to give an
Ezinne, wait.
I put my
Ezinne,
hands
wait.
on it.
So, CEO, we all have our different understanding,
Of love.
but it doesn't
Exactly.
change. It doesn't change what.
Love is.
It doesn't change what love is. We might, if to you, love might be the person killing themselves.
Don't worry. We are
Everybody
doing-
has different
because of you. But,
perspectives.
but it doesn't change. It doesn't change what love is.
It doesn't.
Let me change.
And if we okay.
I'm trying to look for.
Oh, yeah, the dictionary
Google the
definition.
dictionary
Of
definition.
love.
Eh,
So let's start from
Love
there
as a
because
noun.
your own love is different. Your
Your
own.
love is
no.
is
Let me tell
the
you.
love that we
Let me
want.
tell you.
let
Let
me-
me tell you why.
Your love is the love we
But
want.
it's not the
But
love that
it's
was
not
available.
realistic.
Before she
Yeah, it's
reads,
not.
before she reads the dictionary, I just want to put a caveat there.
Okay.
Because words in the dictionary change
Yes.
Yeah.
meaning by use, by context.
Yes. No, you will still read
I
that.
don't know,
You go
so I
still
want
read
to say that when you
go
say
still read that.
it's just like people that you're talking with and they say maybe Google them. That's a very dumb. It shows your lack of intellect because
Oh, so I'm not intelligent.
no, not you. How can I say that? I'm just
No,
saying.
don't say I'm-
I'm just.
I think for
Incoming,
Google,
how can
that's
I
for
say
clarity.
My
No,
point
it's
is
just
that why I put that caveat there is that he just said something. He said no matter what love means to you, to me, it doesn't change what love is.
It doesn't.
So in our quest to know what love is, I'm saying going to the dictionary doesn't
mean that.
necessarily mean
May I?
anything.
May I also
So, go ahead.
defend myself and people who are like me that will go to the dictionary for love, especially. Before I ever went to Google the meaning of love, my father had defined it and my mother had defined it.
First.
And the definition that I've always heard was what I saw in the dictionary.
really?
It is an intense feeling of deep affection. From the word get go, this
Yeah.
has always been the meaning of love. Other words can change. Even if you want to coin love to mean another thing, you cannot take away the place of the
affection.
words affection and deep, intense.
So, but can you be deeply intense with two people
You
at the same
can,
time and still call it love?
My sister said
can.
it can.
Yes.
Can.
You need to hang out.
Then
around
it's not
Lagos
love,
time,
it's
man.
lost.
No, lost is different.
Lost is different.
I feel like you can
Two
be
different
with two
things.
different people.
What's the difference between love
that-
and lost?
two different
Can
things.
you enlighten me? What's the difference
Two
between
different
love
things.
and
Love
lost?
and lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want
No, okay,
So-
no, Moymo, make that your point. Make that your point before girl talk. I would say,
Go ahead.
you know, you were talking about when I said, can you be deeply intense with two people at the
Okay,
same time?
yeah, exactly. So, like, people, me, I look at people as experiences. Like, this person is an experience, that person is another whole other experience. The way this person might care about you, the way this person might maybe pick up the phone to call you in the morning. That other person might not do that. His own way might be texting you. His own way might be sending you breakfast. Like, people have different
Love
experiences.
languages.
Do you understand? So it's very possible for you to be like, I love this person for all these things, and I also love this other person for all these things as well. But like,
No,
it's all love.
I just want to say that what you
It's all
said,
love.
what you said now, are expressions of love.
Okay.
All right, that doesn't. And if you check it, these are expressions of love.
Yes, it's love
Husband
languages.
material laughs. Husband material frowns. It's still husband material. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that somebody does. Sends you breakfast to express his love.
love.
Those were
The
just-
intent of the expression of love, let me borrow your word, is deep affection. Abi?
Yes.
So him sending you breakfast, him sending you money, him spending time with you, different people, whatever their case might be, those are just their expressions of the same
Love.
core love. So that doesn't mean that the love is different. Do you get my point?
So
You are
according
the
to-
one not getting
Yeah,
the
the
point.
one- yeah, you
because
just
love
missed
is
it.
not
I don't
different.
understand.
People just love differently.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying now. That you're
Your
getting
own
back
is
to what
the
I'm
problem.
saying.
How? Why don't
You're
you
getting
share
back-
the deep affection with
You're
like
getting
two
back to what
or
I'm
more
saying.
people?
That hold on. Remember the relationship we spoke about. All right. Maybe I'm ahead of myself.
It's okay.
The relationship that we spoke about. All right. We said relationship, right? So I'm thinking of love in the context of a relationship.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
no.
So if love is in the context of a relationship, I'm saying, is it possible to love? I don't think so. Is it possible to desire, want different people? Facts. It's possible. That's my take. And
Because I want to even say something. You're Muslim. I don't know whether it's true, but I heard that they say polygamy is accepted in the Muslim religion
Highly?
if the man can love all his wives
Equally.
equally.
Yeah.
So if they say if the man can love his wives equally, which means I think
A possibility.
that there's a possibility for a man.
So how do you now measure the love?
Thank you. How pragmatic is that?
Why do you need
No,
to
but why
compare
are they
your
doing
love
it?
to someone
Compare.
else? You don't
So
need
why
to
are
do
they
that.
doing
No.
Because they
So
say
when they
equally.
say equally,
If
what are the ones that want to
So wait,
compare?
there must be a majority.
So why are they
What are the
doing
ones
it?
that want to
But
compare?
also,
See,
when
wait,
they're
it's just
sinning.
like the case of like you were in a relationship with someone and they treated you some type of way. Maybe, yes, they loved you, but there were certain things they were doing that in this their new relationship, they are doing way more with this new girl. It's because it's not like he didn't love you, but like their love is different. Your love too
And then
is
another
different.
thing is, people love you.
Because
Love is
I'm just trying to say like
what my
the
point is
way-
that what she's always
the-
talking about is expressions of love, not the love itself.
What
Why
if I
the
talk
love
about love and I'm
itself?
talking about
See my
expressions
point,
of love?
see my point. When you say that I was in a relationship with you and I was not doing some things, all right, then I entered a relationship with you. I started doing those things.
It's because of me. It's because of who I am.
Do you get?
You
It's
love
not
me because of how you feel about me. And you feel differently about her.
okay. How do I explain this? Let me bring it home. Let me land it like this. What Ezinne is, I believe, is Igbo, right? You're Igbo too, right?
I'm Rivers.
Rivers are like that. What's your core, like your tribe in Rivers?
Ekwe. I speak Ekwe language.
Okay, so we're going to do something very practical now. I'll say, in a boss tide, I'll say, Trend Up Awards, we won it. That's the message. Now, I just said it in English, but the core message I wanted to communicate to you was Trend Up Awards, we won it. Now, if she goes to the East and she wants to say Trend Up Awards, we won it, she can say, maybe in Igbo, that thing I just said could be a longer sentence.
Yes.
Maybe in Rivers, this thing I just said could be a shorter sentence. Maybe just one word. Trend up, pam, pam, pam. And now, these are different expressions of the same message.
Yes.
You get? So I'm saying that what affected the expression of the message? Number one, the audience. It changed it. I was with you, and I was expressing love to you, speaking. You use the word language, speaking it in a certain way. All right, and I entered this relationship, and this person is a different audience. And now I'm speaking it differently. Do you get my point? But
course.
it's the same,
People love
it's the same
differently.
I love you,
Yes.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
In the different things I'm doing. That's my point. That is not that the love changed. It's the expression of the love that changed.
No, no, I don't agree. Your point that you've been trying to make is that one person cannot love multiple people.
Yes.
No. One person
an intimate
can.
relationship.
They can.
In an intimate relationship.
Intimate, no. That's my
They
point.
can.
They can
So
only
it
deceive
means
themselves.
you're
They can't.
cheating. I think the point that you're trying to not want to deal with is the cheating part. Because you love me, then if you're loving the next person, it means you're cheating.
So that means I don't love you.
No,
If
no,
I
no,
would
no,
cheat
no,
you,
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
love
no,
you.
no, 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 no. I know I'm cheating, fully aware of what I'm doing, but I love the other person. It doesn't
I don't
change.
understand.
Do you love
So
the
why
person
is it
you're
now
cheating
called
on? Do you love the person
cheating?
you're cheating on?
Yes.
So why is it not called cheating? If
Oh my God.
we call it
And
cheating.
it doesn't mean you don't
This
love
is-
the
this is
person.
Rema.
You just
Seriously,
want to
some
do what
people
you
are
want
just
to do.
selfish. Like
Wait,
it's not
wait,
about
wait.
So I'm saying you
Very
can't have
simple.
selfishness and love in the same equation.
You
no.
can't. That's not
can't.
realistic.
You can be
That is not
selfish.
realistic.
And
right?
love in the same
Yeah.
equation. No, they
It's
cannot.
not possible.
Real
You
life,
can be selfish about
real
something.
life.
You know, it was
They
when you
will
were
be
talking about
selfish.
this selfishness that you mentioned transaction.
Yeah.
And I was trying to even ask, transaction is exchange of value.
Yeah, give me, I give you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I give you the monetary value of the bag, you give me the bag. So a transaction has happened.
Yeah.
But then I'm asking, what is not transactional?
Everything is.
Okay.
Because if I love you, you're fulfilling some need
Exactly.
for me.
Okay.
And now I'm also fulfilling some need for you. Let's even take it back to creation.
Okay.
Jesus made humans to worship him.
I love this argument.
So we are worshiping him and he's feeling really good at his place of abode. I mean, yeah, they said worship makes God feel. I don't know, correct me, oh God, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
Go
But they
ahead.
say when we worship God, he's,
Ebuka.
he is happy that
Yeah.
he is receiving. And he even said that if few people will not worship him, he will raise stones to do that, which means he needs worship.
No.
What is no?
He
If-
wants. Let's say he wants
Yeah,
worship.
he can't need it. If
He
not,
doesn't
will-
need
will
it,
not
but he
be
wants
God.
it.
Okay. No,
What
but,
about- what
but I
about
mean
the-
the
what about
Bible.
the-
But I mean the
He
Bible
doesn't
says that
need it.
the Bible says
He
He didn't
wants
say
that.
it.
he didn't say he
has to
needs
be.
it.
Okay, let me not say he needs it, but the Bible says that if
Yeah.
humans don't worship God, he will raise stones, which means he will be
Okay.
worshipped at the end of the day. However,
Either way,
yeah.
which
Exactly.
means worship is a thing.
Yes.
It must
It's
happen.
a value that humans bring to
Okay, I
God.
want you to land the point.
Now,
before-
God, in turn, for what I believe in, I talk to God and I tell him what I need, and he gives it to me. So there's an exchange of value. I value God for protection. I value God for, how he just makes me feel. I feel like there's somebody that a protector, a guide. So I feel like God guides me, God protects me. And what I now do for him in turn is to obey him, respect him, blah, blah, blah.
Transactional.
So I'm also giving him value.
Yes.
What do you think?
Okay, so let me explain that. When you say, let me start with, you say transaction is exchange of
value.
right? And so, in some sense, when you look at it, everything is transactional, right? But transactions are not the core of everything. The relationship between you and your parents, I don't know about everybody's parents, but you and your parents, a natural affection, by nature, it shouldn't be transactional. You see, there are
It
many
should
things.
not be.
Do you
a
really
should
think
not-
that
body,
you
though.
Hold on,
brought
let me-
nothing to the table for your parents?
No, I said,
You worship.
listen, when you say something is transactional, it means the core of it is a transaction. You get. You can get
Jesus.
benefits from somebody and somebody gets benefits from you. It doesn't mean that the reason why you're together is because of those benefits.
Okay.
That's what I mean by transactional. If the core of it is not transactional.
Okay.
I get what I'm saying. Now, when you equate it to, so is it, when you say is everything is transactional. Even your body, not transaction, everything is a transaction. Even your body is performing transactions. As you are eating, you send it to this guy, you send it to this guy. Life is, if you want to talk about it like that, life has several transactions going on at the same time. But the core of everything in life is not transactional. When you are driving on that road, maybe you're at Sikate or Chisco, for some of you abroad, you don't know these places, Google them. When you are driving like this, and those guys come to beg you, and you give them 500 naira, can they do anything for you?
They help me and clean my windscreen.
No, not everybody. No,
I'm just
I know
joking.
that's a
I'm
joke. But I'm
just
saying it's
joking.
not everybody that has anything to do for you. There are people that you just do. So I'm saying the base of life is not transaction. So there are many things we do that are not transactional. Now, number two is that when you equate it to God, all right, in God's case, God's relationship with man is not transactional. Do you know why? Because for a large period of time, man never gave God what God wanted, yet God came through for man. So it cannot be that the basis of what he's doing for you is because of what you are doing for me. It can't be.
Okay.
Because a long time, men were doing whatever they liked. They were in rebellion against God. I mean, we have Bible talking. While we were yet sinners, God
Christ
died for
died.
the ungodly. We're his enemies, and he died for us. So it cannot be that it's transaction that he was looking for. Do you get my point? So I'm saying, when we say it should not be transactional. I'm not saying that when you love somebody, you don't get things from the person, or the person doesn't give you things. But if that's the basis of your relationship, it's not love. It's a business deal. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's why
is a
nothing make it
business
different
deal.
from people where they stand for admiralty. There's no difference now. It's because it's transaction now. Do you get my point? So I'm saying, when I say something is not transactional, love should not be transactional. It doesn't mean that there are no transactions in love. No, at all. I'm
Okay.
just saying the core of love is not transaction.
Interesting.
not.
So
I don't think that was her point, though.
Her question,
I don't think that was
rather.
the point that she was trying to make. That love
We would
is
drag, but it's okay.
transactional. That's not what she
No,
was
the
trying to
point she
say.
gave to me was that when I said selfishness and I try not to forget what you people say. When you said
love and selfishness.
and I said you can't put love and selfishness in the same place, and transactions came up. Then she asked, "What is not transactional?"
Everything
So I
is.
explained the basis of when I said, transactions should not, love should not be transactional, in the sense that the core of it should not be transactions. Do you get it now?
Claire.
That's
So,
my point.
I mean, it's interesting that we are building gradually and we are understanding each other and agreeing with each other, But like we have said, understanding might be different, but it doesn't change
What it is.
What it is. Now,
It is what it is.
I mean, the biggest wedding in 2024. If we go by engagement and,
By Lagos traffic.
Yes, Lagos traffic. And, how a lot of people were interested in what went down that day, Chivido 2024. After the, what did you people do?
I'm cheering for them.
After the wedding, after the event, a lot of people were talking about it on social media, and a cross section of people were of the opinion that Chioma won. I cannot remember the exact wording of the tweet, but somebody was like, even with all that she dealt with over the years or in the course of their courtship or dating, she never came out to say, you are doing this, you are doing that. And this is what has happened in the end.
Like her settlement, you mean?
Okay. Okay. So, okay. You say is what? Settlement.
Go deeper, mommy.
Go deeper, mommy. No. Go deeper, mommy.
I mean, like, okay, for being loyal, I marry you. For not saying shit, for being you and not being like the other person that will quickly just run to social media and start
We're
running
not
their
coming
mouth.
to need
I
this
feel like
podcast.
I'm happy
This
you
is
married
it.
her.
No, I'm not saying she settled for less. So I'm
She
saying
was settled.
No, like that was her reward
for being
like
who she is to him, right? So what's your question?
So wait, I'm saying these people who share that opinion, what do you think about that opinion?
what opinion? Sorry.
That, with everything that transpired between them in the course of maybe dating or courtship, and because she did not come out, never for once came out to say, I want to call you out, I want to do this, I want to do that. Look at what has happened in the end.
So she won now at the end.
Yes,
of the day.
yeah, in quote, that's what
She's
people
the
are. That's
chosen
what these
one.
people are
No,
saying.
so people
that she won.
people
She won.
are not understanding who Chioma is. Chioma is Chioma. Chioma is not someone that will come to social media to vent if something is wrong within her relationship. If something is wrong in my relationship, I won't come to the media.
You won't.
I will not.
Okay.
Because that is me
your personality.
personally. I have a social media life, but that part of me is private and I don't want it out there. So it's my decision, and I'm sure that's Chioma's decision, because a lot has happened that she would have been pushed from this corner, go to media and say. And she's like, no, it's not your business. This is me and David. Whatever transpired between us stays inside. And then bloggers will carry news. Friends and family will say, oh, this even happened, that happened, and that happened. But in all of this, she's just,
She has never said
this is
thing.
never me. I'm not the social media type. I can't bring my husband here. So if all of this is the problem, and then she's like, you've brought so much shame to me. I can't deal with this. When I get married and I become your wife official, then I will roar. I don't think she's even going to do that. Because again, it's not her. It's a personality thing. If you're someone that is small thing, you don't run on social media. You can't even wait until you're married, they marry you before you run up and start saying or whatnot.
So all those she won. I be say those people don't know what that they talk now.
No.
No, me, I think that
No.
I feel like
she didn't
won.
win anything. That is her man. He has always been her man.
Like they're saying
She has
over
won
the
since.
over all the other women, she won. That's like what they're trying to say. When
so
they say she
David
won.
had the trophy now.
That's
Well,
basically their
he
point.
is.
When they say that she won, when they say she won,
He is
they
to most
say
women.
he's the prize. And
So if I can have him, like he's having other women, and maybe I don't even want to be his wife. I just want to be having him on the side, like I'm happy. I don't want to be the woman at home that everybody's castigating outside. I chop clean my mouth. Nobody even knows. Because I'm sure there are people that he is having things to do with that not even on the media. Like, if David comes for me today, nobody's going to know about it.
Sure.
Why am I telling you? I won't even tell my friends. Because if I tell them, they will tell. Somehow, it will come up in the news. So, keep it locked down.
But even that narrative.
so, do you
of-
mean you basically rather be the other woman than be in Chioma's
I'm always the other woman. Always. I'm always. I have a
Interesting.
series. It's called The Other Woman. I'm always the other woman.
Interesting.
I don't think
the
I
other
can be the
woman,
other
like-
woman, to be honest.
Not the woman in the house. The woman outside.
Yes.
Do you want to go into that conversation?
Yes, let's go into that.
I'm
Mommy,
sorry.
Mommy.
First of all, I'll tell you this. I am a huge advocate for leaving people's thing alone.
Oh no, hold up. Nobody's holding anybody's.
It's
thing.
not about holding anybody. Once the man is married,
Yes.
he should be out of bounds.
For who?
For other girls in the... You move your eye, he's married.
But it's the one that is going wrong, not
Yes.
They're doing it too early.
Justified. Yes, justified though. That's justified. Obviously he's a man. He can decide what he wants to decide.
Excuse
But
me for
you
them.
can also decide that I'm not going to be the other woman. I'm not going to be
What
that
if she
girl.
doesn't know? How about that? The other woman doesn't know.
That one is now different. That's now the man manipulated her. But there are some men from the first conversation, they've told you already, oh,
True.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
married
A
though.
little bit.
My children, I posted them on my Facebook, is
But they
there.
don't live in Nigeria.
Do you understand? So, like everybody, all the, I
back to
didn't
what
know.
Material was saying
No,
about.
there's a conversation
There's
I'm
a
waiting for. And
conversation.
that is that conversation that
What
me,
conversation are
I'm
you
coming
having?
down
I want
to
to see,
listen
I want to
You-
see
you
the
said
other
you rather
woman.
be-
That's a
That's
series.
it.
Okay, so what I mean by the other woman, right? Again, let's take it back to Chioma and David.
Hey.
Chioma is the woman at home. Happy. David loves her. Everybody knows. Even as in they work up and down.
Is the woman at
Everybody.
home really happy?
Yeah.
It's your decision to be
She's
happy.
crying her Benz.
That's why I said I am the other woman. Always will be. Because I'm not sure I want to be the woman at home. That my husband goes out and falls in love with another woman and comes back home to pretend that he's still in love with me.
But you want to be the other woman that the husband leaves the woman at home
Oh yeah,
to go and
you
fall
know
in
why
love
that
with.
woman enjoys the more because she doesn't expect so much from him. She's hardly disappointed because she knows that he's not mine anyways. Before she got in to be the other woman, she knew there was somebody. So for the other woman, it's just what she can get.
Okay, so don't you think that with this thing you've just
It's just
said,
what you can
this
get.
thing you just said
You will-
now,
You've just
It's-
confirmed
it's got
what he
contradicted.
said.
It's got confirmed.
It doesn't mean that you cannot love,
Love.
multiple
Okay.
people.
Okay.
It
He
has
is
nothing
the
to
one
do with
loving the
love.
different people now.
Yes. It has
Man.
so
absolutely
he's
nothing
the one
to do with
loving.
love.
No,
You
you
cannot
love your
love it.
partner.
No, I'm saying in this scenario
I
with the
understand.
other woman.
What
the
she's
other
saying
woman,
is, what she's saying is, you can love you
You can love
and you,
everybody.
regardless of even if that one feels
Somehow.
sneaky.
It doesn't
But
matter.
it doesn't change the feeling that you have
for them.
Even if the society perceives it as you are not supposed to.
That love na fake.
My
It's
head
not
is- my
fair.
You
head
love
is
your
headache.
wife. You love your wife.
It's not fake.
Wait, this
That's
woman
in
is
her
your
feelings.
wife. This woman is your wife. In fact, it's not even love, not be even fake. Because love is love. All those true love, fake love. If it is not love, it's not love. It's something else. You get a woman for house where you say you love. You can't go outside, can't go fall in love with
That
side
one,
chick.
oh.
You don't fall already. How can
You
you
don't fall already.
twice?
How can you fall
that is
twice?
But husband
down.
material.
Yes, no.
Husband material. We've had this. We've had several situations.
can.
I've seen it outside in the news. Several situations where the husband is gonna divorce the wife just to be with the side chick.
Yes, now it
It happens. I know you know it happens.
But
That
he's
that
divorced
for
now.
that. So
You know
that
how
for
much
that.
that
That for
side
that.
chick-
That for that
Yeah,
supports my
and
point.
most of it will be because the first wife is not accepting the second wife.
But he
Meanwhile,
has
the
divorced.
husband
Don't
is still
know about that
begging
one.
online that
About
please,
that one, no.
Hey.
please take me back. So we can see both the love of both the wife and the side chick online. So does that mean that it
You
doesn't
see,
love
what I
both of them?
think is that is it possible to I double down? Is it possible to feel a thing with all the ladies on this podcast. Very possible.
Do you want
You
to?
say impossible.
No, he says very possible. He says very
It's
possible.
very possible. That's why I'm feeling. You understand? I'm saying, I did tell you, if somebody does,
Love is
doesn't-
a feeling.
not primarily. Love has feelings. That's what I think. That's why I say we are different. You see, because that intentionality about love has to be. There is a choice. You guys.
It's
But the fact that you're
Let's
already
choose
loving
this
someone
person.
else is already
You
a
can choose
choice.
to love-
It's already
love 10
intentional.
persons
The fact that you're already leaving
now
your
waiting me
house,
at the way.
you're already leaving your wife at home, you're already leaving your house to go be with somebody. Is that not intentional?
It's intentional.
How do you mean?
Like the fact that you planned it, that I don't want to be with my wife. Let me stand up. Let me go and meet that other lady that I love
woman
that is
outside.
making
Think
me
about how
happy.
they have
No,
been
no, no, it
texting
may
for
not
the
be that.
last 2 weeks.
No,
No,
It may
I'm
not-
just
Plan, maybe
asking,
she
no.
cancelled the
No, no,
last
no,
Bad
meeting.
intentions.
Not intention, but
Full
intention are
intentions.
intention.
You know that-
Eh-heh.
intention.
No, no, no.
Intention are
When I say
intention.
intentionality, is the sense that, but I don't want to drag this too much because it'd be like say, when
I really want to
don't
get back to
agree.
this.
This other woman theory where I'm really interested
Why
in
are
this
you people
philosophy.
interested in the other woman?
Because it's a very new philosophy that I think I need to know what what is it about.
No, so the other woman basically is the woman outside. It's not just in relationship or even in terms of being who you are, right? You don't conform to society's standard. You don't care what society says this is supposed to be. So she said something. People's husband are supposed to be off
bounds,
limits.
Or to the other woman.
But you forget that it's the same people's husband that will chase you.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, he's going to chase you. Me,
So-
how many
so when-
married men have entered my DM?
Don't
if
worry.
I start
now, when
mentioning
you get a lot has
my
been
DM,
entered.
that's what I'm saying. They will approach me
And you will say
what do you want
no.
to give me? Is it not money?
You will say no,
I will
right?
say no. Sorry, you're married.
So they approach me and I say yes.
Come on, girl.
You see, we're different.
Poor.
You want something else. I want something else. For you, it's off limit. For me, it's the men limit. No,
But
there's no limit. even.
okay, but like let's actually look at it in this way. What do you really stand to gain from a married man outside of money and material things? He's not going to be there for you.
You think so?
He's going to replace you eventually because that is what he does. He finds girls to
Guy
cheat
is
on his wife,
disciplined.
and
The guy
you
is-
know so you
that.
are just for the meantime.
for
Me,
the sake
as
of
I said,
variety.
I'm a lover girl. I cannot be for the meantime, oh,
Sweetie,
and your wife will call you say shh.
there are some people in their life. Okay, so I'll use me again. At this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient.
Why so?
Why? Because I'm not looking to get married anytime soon. I'm looking to build my brand. I'm building my business. So if I go in for a single guy, he might get carried away and want something extremely serious that I won't be able to give to him right now. So realistically, that's why I teach self-awareness. You need to know yourself before you get in the market of dating. So I've already told myself, this is the frame. This is where I am.
There are single
It
men
works
that want
better.
something casual as
But
well.
I want something different. That's the point.
But like I'm saying that there are single men that they don't want anything serious either.
No, yeah, there
They
are single
just want
men.
to even just give you money.
She can't start looking for them.
Yeah, but don't you think
No.
you'll be hurting somebody inside the house?
Someone
Is her
who is the
husband
person
that is
inside the
hurting?
The
house.
wife.
The wife.
I don't know about her. I don't have a business with her. I don't even ask questions about her. It's
But
not my
she
business.
exists.
But you know that the guy is married.
Yes,
you
he
know.
tells you I am married, and you're like, okay. The moment he tells you that, that's where that conversation ends. Because that's not your business. Your intentions are with him, not with whoever is in the house. So however he treats the person in the house, it's really not your business. Because some of these people, you date them, they have families, and they don't ever want to talk about their
Need
families.
some alcohol at this point.
So married man will tell you, let's do this, but don't mention my family. Don't ask me anything about my family. I will not talk about my family. It's not your business. It's off limit. So when a guy tells you that, what do you want to do? You just focus on him and you forget that he even has anything. Because that is really not your business in the first place.
So that my own question now is, would you say, so in that, this thing you just described now, you and the married man, you guys are in love, Abby?
He could be, yeah, you can fall in love with him. It doesn't matter. If he treats you nice, you can fall in love with him. Oh, thank you.
You can fall in love with him, then
That's
You can fall in love with him.
then what happens next?
But there's something I actually want us to tackle.
That you fall in love with him
I
doesn't
believe-
mean that he must marry you. It's just how you feel at the moment.
I believe this particular thing, people make mistakes there when they say that, okay, I'm not saying as a woman you have to care about the woman at home, or like the woman that you're hurting. But at the same time,
No, you're not hurting
I'm not the
anybody
one
now.
that said the vows.
You're not even the one hurting the
It's
person.
the husband that should be.
Like that's
Yeah,
why
but
I'm not saying. I'm
for
not
this
saying.
case, they got
it's-
18 and a
Hold on, hold on.
You're an accomplice.
You guys, hold
Yes,
on
sir.
and listen to what I have to say.
Yeah.
Like, I am not the one that said the vows. I'm not supporting anything else. I'm just saying, like, because when people throw blames, they're always like, "Oh, bad person. Did you know that this person has
No.
wife at
No,
home?
they
You're
throw blames
hurting
to
them."
this kind of
both to be
theories.
Yeah,
That's
but
why.
at the same time, they should also throw the fact that
Normally.
no, they don't do it. It's not
Everybody
normal.
knows.
That's why I'm trying to make it normal.
Logically,
You are the one way say your no.
is
maybe
the man
logically, start
that
saying
the
it
married
out.
man. Yes, I
Start
said
saying
it
out.
earlier. Like
Because they don't attack the married man.
They
as
attack
well.
the
They only
woman
attack
outside
the-
that doesn't even know
Bro,
anything.
No, but
Bro,
wait.
doesn't know anything.
Let's wait.
Yes,
so
he
you
was
just
married.
No, and there's really nothing you can do about that. You
Good.
want to be him, you
Good.
go ahead.
Let's-
I feel like this world needs some more kindness. Like if you as a
We've
person
gone past that. Trust
just
me. We've gone past
decide that
kindness.
like this is
That I don't
what I
do
want
this
to do.
by
Do you
principle.
understand? If every girl actually said that, you know what? I don't think I want to be that other woman because I deserve more than that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sweetie.
Okay, what
I
about situation? Sorry, what about the situation where the wife the man lied to the girl? Yeah, she doesn't know that there's a married woman at home, that or the guy is married, and all of a sudden the wife calls and starts attacking her.
I literally have someone that happens to.
So that's what I'm saying, that it's not every time that it's always the lady's
I
fault.
didn't say it's
It's
always
never
the lady's
the
fault.
lady's
I think we're
I said
debating.
that
No,
there is a
I'm just.
responsibility
I know, but there's a party
on
and
the
party. We
man's
have to
end.
talk about both sides, not just emphasize
I get what
alone
you're saying.
on the
See,
women.
That's not what I'm
Husband
saying.
material.
I said
Tell me,
that
talk to me. I'm with
the
husband
man-
material sitting side by side.
In this married man and single girl relationship is never the lady's fault. It's the man's fault. He comes for her.
But when
I
it
am
comes
saying
for
no,
you,
sha.
Some
wait,
people
no, wait.
come for him. oh.
She can
No,
say
wait,
no.
wait.
Sometimes.
Wait.
Thank you.
Okay, but
Thank
does the
you.
other woman come for married people? Or
Some
married-
other woman
The other
come.
woman
Thank
theory
you.
now, people
Yes,
that-
you see somebody you like and you go for them. And
understand?
if they happen to be married, it still doesn't change anything.
So that's the problem with the other woman.
Which woman? Not the woman.
Thank
at
you.
home.
If you are fishing for married men and you still say that, how is it your
life
fault?
is preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me and do what works for you. I was saying something earlier about my state of mind where I cannot be with a single guy because at this point, this is what I'm looking for. And I can easily and comfortably get that thing that I'm looking for from a married guy that I know I am not interested in getting married to. And he also knows that his feelings for me are temporary. If he falls in love and decide he wants to get married to me, that's on him. If I like him too much, I will marry him.
So you admit that the
So that
married man has a probability to fall in love with you.
But of
and want
course,
something
now
more.
who would not
So
want
you
to
are
fall in
still
love with
putting
me?
yourself in the risk of somebody falling in love with you.
That is
And
not
that's-
a problem.
You said that is the reason you are going for the married men.
That's what I said. If he falls in love with me, and at the end of the day, I feel like I have fallen in love with him as well, I can marry him. Men are entitled to so many wives. Depends on what you believe in.
But
So why don't you-
So on the flip side, sorry.
Go ahead, please.
On the flip side, we've seen a couple of people who live in marriages that are polygamous
Yeah,
and they coexist.
very well, peacefully.
We don't know what
yeah.
happens inside, but we know that they coexist. And I've also seen people who the woman at home no agree.
Exactly.
So the thing that I'd say is find your match
My dear.
and discuss it. Sorry. Why it's going to be called cheating is this man married me and he didn't mention to me that he, at some point, will want to be with another
In the
woman and
future.
finally bring her home.
Oh,
That's when I'll call it cheating. But right now, men do it. I've met a couple of guys that would tell you, I want to be in a relationship with you, but please have it in mind that at some point in this
I might
Someone
want them.
marriage, at some point in this marriage, I might want to take a second wife.
And
It's
you
now
decide.
left for you
Yeah.
to now say, me, I don't want to share my
do.
husband with anybody.
Me,
oh.
I will share.
Be going. Or, okay, let's
you-
be
you
going.
share.
Did you hear that? She said she will share. You rich.
This talk,
Take a deep breath.
we dey learn new concepts every day.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome.
But let me ask this question. You know, this other woman, it would appear like in this age and time, you know, some people are comfortable with this other woman.
Yes, I am.
With this other woman.
Yes, very much comfortable.
And have no issues whatsoever. Maybe because you are the other woman or you are not the person at the receiving end of what the other woman is doing.
I can decide to be that woman at home, but I decided not to be. It's a deliberate decision.
Okay, can I
don't
ask
wanna be
what
there.
exactly is so enticing about married men?
What is so enticing about married men? What I want, where my state of mind is, I don't want to be married now. I don't want to be with a single guy that will assume if we start a relationship, we're going to get married tomorrow. So when I'm ready to get married, I can now decide to date a single guy for that purpose. Now I'm not dating to marry. I'm dating for me. I'm dating to experience life. I'm dating to, just date, not for marriage.
Well, you can do that with single
People.
You know what?
She doesn't
Let me
want
just keep quiet.
Okay.
Your question, go ahead.
This other woman, you go still need to explain her because I don't dey confused.
Anything you
somehow.
want, just tell me I'll
The
explain.
other woman, a human being, Abi.
Now me, yes.
And a woman.
remember.
Okay, now you. All right, so let's talk about, people who, because all this thing can be like say love no mean anything again. No.
Do you get?
In Lagos.
Oh.
Because
Love
There is
day.
love in me. I just don't keep on somewhere first. Stay here for now.
okay, so that means what the other woman is doing with this married man.
It's not love.
It's not love.
But the man loves
Thank
her.
That's
Does
his
he?
business. That's his
Does
business.
Because
he?
he already said because
That's
he
his
has the
business.
capability of loving two people, he could love the other
I
woman
never,
outside.
I never agreed to that, but I don't think the
again.
married. But think about it.
So
General data.
if you people now have an agreement that I know they do because you already said the man doesn't want to do anything with me, okay, which means you already know his intention towards you is by the side.
Yes.
So if you know and he knows, doesn't it make it not love? Because at that point now,
It's just vibes.
It's just
now
vibes
let me
and
tell you
inshallah.
something. Because in all of
Thank
this
you.
relationship, it's not everyone that is bold enough to have this conversation and say, this is what I want from you. It's not going to exceed this. Some people deceive themselves enough to feel like he actually loves me. He's probably going to leave his wife for me. No, we're not doing that. The other woman is not doing that. She's very practical and realistic enough to know that I'm dating you for this time frame because, again, I don't want to get married. I expect that you as a married man don't want to get married to me.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Don't you feel like by the time
Can't be like press
you
conference.
now decide, don't you feel like by the time you now decide like you are ready to, get married, you have already missed out on so many great people that would have probably been a fit for you, but because you were already occupied with a married man, you lost out on that connection.
But I don't even know. You see?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so what if by the time
Sorry,
you
Jen.
feel like I want something serious, it's now hard for you to find.
But life goes on.
The other woman, sorry. So, if you're with this married man now, all right, and from the vibe I get, you say you don't want commitment now. You just want to feel the flow of
Vibes.
life, all right? And you're with this married man, no commitment. That means as you're with this married man, it's possible that if another married or single man comes,
Married.
okay, your emphasis, okay, that's the spec. So if another married one comes, you can also at the same time, because of there's no commitment, no vibes, you can also be with that one if he brings another thing to the table.
Yeah, if I saw desire, that's multiple dating. Yeah, of course.
Multiple
But-
dating of married men.
But you know that some of these
Hey! Hey, tell what
You can
Girls
date
talk.
a single. You know
Girls
what?
talk,
There's so
sorry.
many single guys.
At the same time,
You can be dating a single guy and you have like 3 different single guys that you're dating. You men date single girls and you have like 5 girlfriends.
Yes.
Would they lie?
Well, can I say it from the male perspective?
Which is?
For the male perspective, there are 2 types, okay? The first type is, this guy is just indisciplined, all right? Don't say, I just want
We
more.
can be indisciplined as
No,
well.
no problem. I'm just describing the man so that you know it's not love. Do you understand? The man
No,
just
we're not talking about love here.
when men are talking, they say, "Oh, I get this band, I get this band, I get this band." Do you know that it's just purely transactional? There are things I can ask of this one as an object that I can't ask of my wife. There are
Yes.
things. So you get. Then there is that second segment of, oh, I've married the wrong woman. You get.
Story.
No, I'm not justifying. I'm just giving you the two major types that I've seen. You know, oh, I married the wrong woman. Where were you before?
I wish I met you.
before
I wish
I need a hot girl. The reply was, go and boil your wife.
but wait, is
So it's not those two scenarios, no be love.
this other
Left
woman?
love, left love.
Is this
Left
girl talker?
Let's love.
Girl talker.
Thank God.
This other woman now. Don't you think that this other woman is responsible for the situation where a married man would, oh, I love my wife, I love her, nothing will happen to her, I will provide for her, but he still goes out because of the other woman and the fact that the other woman would give him audience? Because we have said let's blame everybody. Of course. That's why in the law you have aiding and abetting. You have the accomplice.
Yes.
In fact, if you buy stolen phone, police not even they hear anything.
Of course,
Now
they
they do the investigation. Now everybody they will first carry.
Exactly.
Now you go point the person. So if the other woman has the decision to say yes or no, if that other woman keeps saying yes to every married man because they are the ones that moved to me, don't you think this is what contributes to the situation where married men would abandon their families? Because in the end, if you do something with the other woman, you can't fall in love with them. You don't go blame him now because he live in wife for us, can't meet you. You can't do things where we say maybe he never even see before. He can't begin the things like, this is my wife. Do I really love this woman or I love the other woman?
Husband material.
Ma?
The woman outside and the woman inside are two different types of women. The woman outside keeps the husband engaged. That's why he keeps coming back. And the thing is, the woman inside used to keep the husband engaged before she got inside and decided to be the woman inside and changed. The thing with you men is now I'm like this. We're dating, we go out on dates, we have a beautiful relationship, we have sex anywhere, every time, anytime. And then we get married. 2 years down the line, I've left that girl I used to be. Right? I've left that girl that you saw, you were crazy about, you fell in love, you wanted to do life with me. But I cannot give you that vibe and energy anymore. 2 years goes by, 5 years goes by, I've had children. I have to take care of kids, but you are permanently outside. Nothing
Outside.
is changing about you. But I'm changing at home. I cannot match up that energy that you used to love. And most of the times, you guys are not even bold enough to come and have a conversation with me and say, babe, you have changed. What can we do? You used to drive me crazy. We used to do this. You're no longer doing that. No, you just go outside. Then you come to me like this. And then you say I should do what? That is my fault that your wife changed at home. It's my fault that you couldn't have simple conversations that will lead your relationship further. I should not be a baby single girl living my life because you have a wife at home.
Why not
No.
advise him to go back
home.
and
You
have that
cannot
conversation?
advise
Other woman with
no,
the
but the
heart.
thing with me is I advise you. I teach sex now. You meet married men that 6 months, 3 months, they don't have sex at home. But they want to fuck you every day. They come to their girlfriend's house. They want, as they enter, they want just they do. But at home, there is nothing. So how you go? So that's my fault that you're not having fun at home, and that you can have that fun with me 1,000,000 times in a day if you so wish. You will always come to me.
But okay, so if we go back to that conversation about love and something about being active.
Yes.
So if you marry person, when you marry the person, or when both of you become married, it did not end there. And we have talked about conscious efforts to ensure that you keep
Engage him.
this example where you don't even give. There are people who, even in celebrated stories that caught public attention, their wife hot.
Die.
Mad.
Yes. but the man still they find the other woman.
Yes,
the man is the problem,
those are
At the end of the day, husband material.
No, why? May I ask the get talker before you talk before
yeah.
the end of
Yeah,
the day? Why? Yes, now why? Because people go talk say, you don't see that man wife. She don't even look like who done born before. But the man still they do goat
He wants to taste
outside.
different flavors
That is
now.
the
It's like
thing
ice cream.
with you men. That is not our problem. That is a man problem.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful wife at home that you're used to. It not get as she won't find rich for social media where she posts. We'll never see her before she they fine for our eye. You wake up to her every day. There are some excesses of her that you're tired of. Her beauty cannot change that. We don't know that part. You live with her. You see all the nonsense. In fact, that wife that they come and post today, oh, my wife is... They probably not even spoke that night before.
Period.
Yes, now.
Kai.
It's just fulfilling your obligation as a husband. And
You
then
go post
me,
your wife on social media and 12 that they quarrel.
2 weeks they never
Yes,
talk.
now.
6 months
It
they have not had
happen. Yes.
sex.
So that
And they are just doing a married. It's just role, responsibilities that you're fulfilling as a partner to
person.
this person. Then we, that is outside, we make your life a lot easier. You come, we rub your head, we pull your shoe, we massage
Hey.
your feet. We give
I'm
you
thinking of
food.
myself.
You know, there's some men that don't drink at home, but they drink outside. There's some men that don't smoke at home, they smoke outside.
That babe.
I can make you smoke if I smoke. It's my bad trait, but you would do it because you want to be with me. You might
Hey.
not do it too much, maybe a little bit, but just because you think if you do this bad habit with me, we will have
Bond.
excess fun and then bond over time. You people are very easy to bear.
Marriage
like
Look,
this
is
she
now.
has
scary.
said the end of the day.
Marriage is scary.
Marriage is very
And do you know the
scary.
funny
and
What
that's
the
why-
hell are you
Sweetie,
explaining?
marriage is very scary, and that's why you need to be very certain and ready for marriage. I'm not right now. I'm not. So by the time I turn 40, I know that I should be ready. I think that every excitement that I'm looking for outside, I would have gotten it. I would have taken my business to the point where I want it to be, where I can decide that for 1 month, I just want to be home taking care of my husband and my children. I wouldn't miss anything outside.
Okay,
Can I-
sorry, real quick. What if it was like, okay, you've settled down to be that woman now, and your husband is not playing outside? Like,
See,
how
that's
do you
the
handle
point,
it?
yeah. At the point where I've decided I want to be at home. I don't day outside. I don't tire to day outside. I'm not at home knowing that I'm making a lot of money. Like I'm sitting down in the couch, maybe changing my kid's diaper, and I'm receiving good alerts on my phone. And I know I will not say this thing is you don't do so that you know say at some point your husband will do that to you. But then it's how you handle it. If he does it with respect that you don't have to know. There are men that cheat and their wives don't know. Can never know.
Wait, to
That's
cheat
called
with respect.
respectful cheating. I like I prefer respectful cheating.
Yes, now. There
What,
are
wait,
men-
what does respect
Even if you are cheating,
Don't
Look
let her
at
know.
you.
she must not hear.
I'm not
oh.
going to call names, right? But there are people you deal with. There are boundaries. You can't call them at a certain time. When they leave you, they block your number. So you text them anything after the time that you guys are spending, the message bounce back. And they are conscious enough to remember to unblock you the next day when they leave the house. On her decrease, you know the men decrease.
So
And you even
actually-
blame the
so-
woman
Change your
outside.
name.
It's not
I just- I
us,
just
it's
have-
the men.
I have a few questions for the woman outside.
Please,
You know.
bring it up.
For the women outside.
So first off is yes, you're sounding as though the woman outside is totally devoid of emotions.
No, she's
So,
not. She kept her emotions somewhere.
In fact, like say
And she'll
she's
bring
like,
it up at 40.
like say she
Yeah,
gets
when she's
control.
ready.
But it's
When
not like
she's ready.
the woman outside gets control over the emotions. Like, oh, these are my emotions here. And,
Check.
you know,
Her emotions are in
but,
check.
but I don't think so. I'm just asking. Let me ask the woman outside. When I'm just saying, when you have this kind of constant, two things. When you have this kind of constant, you're doing this just for the fun of it, just in the moment of it. I mean, I think even Cruz, the type of person normally serve, but I'm just asking, does the woman outside ever not desire to have more than this?
Been there.
Even people that don't want commitment, they still want the benefits of this is my person. All right.
Yes.
So does the woman outside ever not have that thought that, oh,
Can I respond?
can I have this person? That's one question. I want you to answer everything once. Because
Okay.
I like as you give us this theory. The second one is when the woman outside now comes inside. All right. Like, you're saying that she's 40. Whether you're 40, whether you're 50, whether you're 60, you understand? Some things that are core, same in humans. So when you have come inside the house, all right, and now there's a new woman outside. Now you're the woman inside. Power has changed hands. Do you not think that your same emotions that I'm referring to when you were outside, the same emotions inside, as much as you try to ignore it, as much as you try to say, oh, he's just having fun, he's respecting me, you don't think you would ever be hurt by the actions of the man with a new woman outside now that you are inside? Those are my two questions.
And after you have removed your emotions from the check, that
But
it
you
was.
back, it's now there,
Yes.
popping.
See, that's where maturity comes in.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to answer the question one after, like, okay, the first time you
so let's start with
asked it.
let's start with the one of, as you are outside now, don't you ever
Think.
desire, because when the man, after you guys are finished having fun, then he has to go. And you want to call
And
him,
blocks your number.
and blocks your number. You want to call, if something fun happens in your day, you want to tell this guy outside, because you guys are dating. Remember, you forget that he's married.
No.
You are still dating him.
What's your name?
Don't know
Ebuka.
again, oh.
Ebuka, say, now don't forget that life experiences shaping people to make certain decisions in life, right? So me being the other woman, it's a deliberate reality check for me, not to be vulnerable again.
Because something happened to you.
Because I've been vulnerable. I've wanted so many times to be the woman in the house. And for some reasons, it didn't work out. And I was aware of myself enough and timely to decide that, okay, let's put a halt to this part of life. Let's chase other things. This one would definitely come now. This one, they finish now. Men date. Tomorrow you wake up, person will marry, you marry her. But the career path you're choosing, the happiness, the lifestyle, let's chase that one. Let's leave husband. So I decide to be this way. I'm this way, is working for me. I'm happy. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business. Now, my feelings are in check. Whatever I'm doing with somebody's husband, I know that it is temporary. I'm not expecting too much because I don't want to be disappointed. I have been disappointed. And now I can handle disappointments better. So when I decide I want to go home and be the woman in the house, I am done being outside. The man that I've decided I want to be his wife, he has ticked some boxes for me that I know, even if he eventually goes outside to meet a younger generation of the women outside, I can deal with it. I know that he's going to be respectful enough. And even if I find out, how do I deal with it? Right?
Okay.
My emotions, again, are in check. So I can see
So
that.
even inside the relationship, your emotions are also inside the marriage.
But of course, you can't
There's
go into
maturity.
marriage
But
without
like, you might be a different person by then.
But that's
you might
what
be
I'm
a different
saying.
person after you have your kids.
Exactly. But
Yes.
first thing first, maturity. Once you're matured, you can handle a lot of things. There's some things that, okay, you know that your husband is messing around. In fact, you catch him, you see text messages on his phone, and you're very quiet. And he knows somehow that you have found out, but you're still very quiet. So he's scared. He doesn't know what to expect. He doesn't know if he should adjust. And because he knows the kind of person you used to be, he knows say you decrease. Now you decide say you won't calm down for him. Because waiting in the fine, waiting you not do when you're there outside. You see and you say, okay, I just did for you. Then you won't come begin the flip the script around. You won't feel say, no, only you like to the outside. Go outside and do what you need to do outside. I'm home. I don't tire to the outside. So whatever you're doing, just be safe. First, make sure whatever you're doing, you're using a condom.
So can you
That's not
can
your
you
guarantee.
genuinely say that
That
you
is
love this
not-
guy now, like this?
No, you
Like
can
this
go.
husband now.
You
You know there are husbands
No, you
that-
don't have to love your husband. You don't have to.
You know, there are lots of relationships.
wait,
Tell me,
wait,
tell me,
wait.
tell me.
You don't have to
Go
love
deeper,
your
mommy. Wait. Go deeper, mommy.
love
Go
your
deeper,
husband.
go
No, you
deeper.
don't have to.
Okay.
Tell me more, man.
You can be with someone that you care about, you respect them, but you don't love them. You can function without love now.
Do you know what? I feel like
you're happy.
Sorry to say, but I feel like you're coming from a place of you have been disappointed.
Yes, giving
so
pain vibes.
you don't want to believe that what you once pictured as per
It's
like
possible.
the love that you pictured, the family, the house, the home, is not possible.
It is possible for people.
It is possible for even you.
But-
No problem.
Preach.
Also,
I will take it.
also on the flip side,
If it comes,
in
I'll
her
take it.
defense, right now people feel butterflies. Before, the aim of marriage was not based on love.
It wasn't.
Your father will meet.
It's not.
your
Love
father.
comes later. It's
I
not
agree with
love.
you. It is families that either they are hey, which English should I use now?
Arranged marriages.
No, yes, they are arranged marriage, but their aims towards this thing.
Yes, do this
Whether
for
you
me. I
like it
give
or
you
not,
my
there
daughter.
are
Do this
families
for me, I do
that
this.
are friends, that their children are not even friends.
Yeah,
And then
true.
they say, oh, because
God,
of maybe
like-
business or they want to build
You
their
must get
empire
married.
together.
Yes.
So it's not a
It's not love.
relationship.
I agree with
There's-
you.
And
It's
then
not
what
love.
happens is that after a while in the marriage,
It begins to grow.
it will blossom.
Yeah, but that was in the
But
old
the
days
initial,
now.
it's
Yeah.
even now.
Yeah.
Even now.
See, but also material, this is my point. I'm not
Even
saying
now.
what you just said
So
now.
yeah, you know when they said no, you cannot. No, you can't actually get into a
you
partnership.
can.
Marriage
No, I
is
didn't
partnership.
say you
Yes, but
can't.
I'm saying,
can't
but I'm
without
saying,
love.
but isn't I'm asking
Sure.
you that in
But
the
would you
marriage,
rather that?
Would you be in the marriage? Can the marriage exist for so long without love?
Yeah,
People fall out of love in marriage.
Are you joking?
Yes,
Yes,
now.
people
No, facts.
that are so
Do they
in
go
love.
away?
No, don't say fall out
Do
of
they
love.
go away
wait,
from
wait,
each
hold
other?
on, hold on. When you say fall out of love,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
It means
You
you used
start
to love
feeling
somebody,
what
you don't love
you-
them.
Feeling, that's what I say. Feeling, but
and you
that's
fall
like
out
Love is
of
a feeling.
that's
But love is a
that's why I
feeling.
differentiate
But
from you
love is
You
because
can
a
fall-
feeling.
you can
if
fall
you were
as
What
sisters.
I was not trying to say that the
Yeah.
marriage
whatever
that
you were
described
feeling,
is not
no,
possible.
was not material. If I was not feeling, maybe I enter because that's what I'm saying. Feel is not the last. It was not designed to last.
Love is a
Ebuka.
So
feeling.
if you enter a marriage,
Exactly.
if you enter a marriage,
Love fades.
I don't think love is
Love
a
is
feeling.
not
Love
enough.
I think
fades.
love is a choice.
Love
so
is
if-
not enough for
No,
marriage.
I
And
think
she's
love is a
right.
choice. If
It's
somebody
very choice,
enters a marriage, yeah, and now I'm no longer feeling the butterflies, but I chose you. And every day, that's my choice that I chose you is the love to you.
No,
That's
you
it.
Why will you choose
the
me?
commitment.
So you're telling me that you're
It's not
settling
love,
for me?
it's
It's not
commitment.
settling.
No,
Choice is not
You're not
settling.
getting it.
If you
No,
choose
no,
to
no.
travel to
Commitment.
Zanzibar, did you settle for Zanzibar?
No,
No, you
no,
chose it.
No.
Your choices are not necessarily
what did I go I
settlements.
can afford?
But you traveled, you decided to travel to Zanzibar.
Davido chose to marry in a hotel. Did he settle for a hotel? No, it's
Okay,
choice.
okay.
I chose it. I can afford it and choose to do it.
Yeah.
So when I say you're my wife, I choose you. This babe, this other woman is outside, but I choose you.
That's
That
wrong.
is love.
That's wrong.
Yes.
That's
It's
wrong.
That is
You
love.
choose
What I'm
me.
saying, what I don't agree,
commitment.
that I
No,
don't
no,
agree.
You can't choose. That means you're
No.
telling there are other options.
No, no,
So
no,
you
you
can't
can't
choose
choose.
me.
There can be love without commitment.
I
Hope
don't
you
know what we are doing
No.
again.
Okay,
Look,
Love
what
without
I don't
commitment.
agree with
Wait,
this.
love without
You know what
commitment.
I mean?
I'm just hearing
Sorry,
you.
can I
This is
quickly
why
point
the theories are
something
not
out? Wait, can I
working. This
quickly
is why
point
relationships are
something
not
out?
working because of these ideas of love that
Can
are
I
not
point
pragmatic.
something, Ebuka?
It's not
Do you know
about
that
idea, it's
people?
about
Do you know that
reality.
people actually?
are you
Hold on, sorry,
okay,
please. Do you
tell
know
me.
that people actually, they fix their marriages because they decided to have open relationship. You know, like there are two people now, husband material and I. Let's say we are married, and husband, I'm like, babe, I know they feel you anymore. Maybe you should try other people outside. Why try other people?
little
And that
bit.
will actually bring them and fix the
Yes.
relationship back. Do you know that's happening?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Make I tell you,
It will fix it.
Anybody can do.
They'll realize that they can't take other.
There are
other
actually
people's
different types
bullshit
of
and they're actually
marriages.
for each other.
But the
It
thing that
happens.
Okay,
Not
okay,
be me,
okay,
but
okay,
they happen.
Question.
If they happen.
Question. What you just cited now.
Yeah.
I can't take other people's bullshit. Well, so I stick. So they came back together. So
what?
what you're saying is that the rough patch, all right, where they were doing this thing, led them back to two of
No.
us alone. So it's not that they were together and open marriage
No,
and
they
everybody
were
was happy
together.
and they were
They've
in love
been
together.
married.
It's not.
Yes,
It's
they've been married. This
I want to
happens.
say something.
Talk
No
to me.
verse.
Talk to me, Ezinne, please.
You know, you said that people cannot actually fall out of love. And I disagree
No.
with you.
My question is
While in marriage,
Yes. No.
you can
My-
even have
It
a
has
loveless
happened.
No, my
marriage.
response to you was that what proved is that when you say fall out of love, you're referring to the feeling. Oh, the way this person makes
love
my
is
head
a
swell.
feeling.
I said all those things are not even designed to last in the first place.
Love is a feeling.
If somebody, I was reading a tweet, all right, where a lady said she was coming out from a bus stop, and while she was coming out from the bus stop, that one of those Agberos, she was like, Mama, you look so cute. Mwah. I said that she felt this is an Agbero.
Yes.
By logic and reasoning, that she will never settle for that guy. She will
Yes.
never. But if under the same circumstances, continued time, that Agbero is giving her the attention, saying the words that she will find herself feeling something for an Agbero.
Yes.
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 So
Abi,
what would that be?
Abi?
But what would that be called?
What does it
It's
want?
attraction now. It's not love.
Good. So why would you say that love is not a feeling? There are different things that you
No, let me
feel.
tell you
You
what
can
it-
feel love, feel hate, feel attraction, feel
No.
disgust.
I said,
it's
see
a
what I
feeling.
said. See what I said. I
Their
said,
own
love is
feelings.
not a feeling. Love has a feeling. You see, they're not the same.
Ebuka.
I'm very philosophical.
Ebuka.
I'm not, but it's true because
Just use direct words.
no, it's not
Love
about
is a
direct
feeling.
words. It's not direct words
Love
because
is a
if I say
feeling.
husband
This is the first
material,
time I'm hearing.
if I say husband material is a cap and husband material has a cap, they're not the same thing. So
Love
these are
is
truth.
not
These are
a
truths.
Ebuka, I think
Do
you
you
are
get-
giving us. Sorry.
For me, I'm sorry, but this is who I am. I like
think-
to think deep
I
on
know,
things.
I know.
I don't like to just
Ebuka,
throw words around
Ebuka, you
because
are
words
giving
have
us
meanings.
the little love. You're not giving us the reality.
This is not the Lulu love.
You are giving us the
What
what
you are
love.
saying.
Hold on.
What the
Hold
other
on,
woman
baby.
theory is the Lulu love.
Hold on, darling.
Because
no,
that
hold
is
on. Ebuka,
Let me tell you something.
Sorry, darling.
Her reality is
Ebuka,
very
Ebuka,
realistic.
Ebuka, you are saying the things that you wish love was. You're
I'm
not
not
saying
wishing.
what's actual.
I'm not wishing
in
that-
reality.
there
Do
are
you
many
live in
people- there are many
Lagos?
people I
Do you
know.
stay around
There are
Lagos?
many- there are many people I
What he's
know
trying
that
to
are having
say
this
is-
love I'm talking about.
What he's trying to say is,
Yes.
Do you get? There are many people I know that are expressing what I'm saying.
Are you living with them?
So that's your stance.
Can I
Ebuka,
get-
are you living
So
with
that's
them?
your stance to life.
Yeah.
That's your stance to life. Your stance to life is that what is publicized is
No,
bad.
it's
Theory.
reality.
So
that's
that's
face
reality.
reality.
We are
I
saying-
worked on radio
we are
and I've
saying
heard
what-
different,
life is not white
different
and black.
news.
No,
Different
but there are also
stories.
How many
stories.
people have called
I
your
want
radio
to
and said,
several
"Oh,
people
my
have
love
said
is so
that.
great"? It doesn't happen
I want
now.
to ask a
No,
Bad
question.
news is
Yeah.
easier
Life
to
is
sell.
not white
Yeah.
and black.
I want to
Neither
ask-
is love.
This podcast what we do now,
No,
this
not
this
this
episode where we
podcast,
record now, we have said so many amazing things.
Yes.
All right, but it's only the things that are useless and cannot be
Yes,
taken
sir.
out that people will use.
True.
I want to ask.
That's bad. That's what people like.
You
The
don't
society
listen.
likes evil, bad news, and so it gains more publicity, gains more thrive. That doesn't mean
Yes.
that good doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does.
I want to ask a question, please. Right?
Sorry.
Please ask your dad.
I want to ask all of you because I want to hear you guys your takes.
Okay, tell me.
What is red flag? What are your red flags? What would you be in a relationship and you say, oh no, this is my red flag. This is my deal breaker. This is my red flag.
Is it me that answers?
Like every one of you.
Lover girl.
Okay.
Now.
Lover girl, other woman, them brother.
Red flags.
So you guys have
bless
given me
you.
an name.
Well, what can I say are red flags really? Like,
For you,
for me,
what would your partner do and you say no? Or what would you see? Deal breaker.
Partner or intending partner.
No, red flag is intending partner. Deal breaker is
Intending
partner. We're
partner.
already here, moving out. Like, so what would you see and say, no, I don't want to go in? And what would you see when you're inside and say, I'm going out?
will you just do 1, 2, 3?
No, you're yourself. Wait, okay, you want to think about it.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Girl talker, what do you think?
Where to
I love
begin,
this
you know?
lady.
She will make you talk.
I love this lady so much.
So red flags for me, you know the thing is, I've gone past red flags.
She don't zoom.
You have gone to a new national anthem.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean is, I don't expect too much from people anymore, right? If I see you, I like you for the reasons that I like you. Because I don't really want anything from you apart from what I want. Your red flags are just for you.
Eh?
I don't
She's
don't
here
know-
for the meantime.
I don't know if it makes sense, but I've gone past red flag. Maybe if I now see somebody that I really want to have something with. Okay, so recently I had a dating experience. It was an experiment for me. I would never date someone that would keep money out of the table in the beginning of the relationship. So someone came up to me, oh, I like you, I love you, at this. I want us to have a relationship and maybe even lead to marriage. But I need to get to know you before I can spend money on you. And this is me that my Okada for delivery has broken down. This is me that my people are calling me in the office that we need this, we need that. And I'm going to grow a relationship with you. And you hear me on the phone crying that I need to buy a new bike. I need to do this. I need to do that. And you will just keep quiet and stay in your corner. When I finish my call, we'll continue the
But does he have?
relationship.
He
Is
might
he a
not
bank?
have. In my
If he
What's
doesn't
your
have, why is he looking for a woman?
It's not even does he have. This person has made you understand that I have.
Okay.
Anything you want, I will give you, but not now. You need to show me. I need to see that you love me for me and not what I can do for you.
And don't you think it is valid?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's very valid. I said, no problem. I want to date differently. That's why I said it was an experiment for me.
Okay.
I would never do that, but I did for 2 months, almost 2 months.
And your bike was spoiling every day.
And me and you will be together. We're lying on the bed. Your big head is on my chest. I'm rubbing it. We're talking. Well, I'm probably even cooking for you to eat. But I have issues, and you want to get to know me before you can help me.
Person when don't they put in head for your chest already don't know you now.
That's what I'm saying. So why are you telling me you need to know that I can love you with that money before you will spend money on me? I said, no problem. Let me even allow you. Let me love you without this money. Let me see. Because I don't see now. Let me date differently and see where this one, maybe this one are the person when I go marry. I said, okay, let's do this thing. We started doing this thing. It was going on. He comes. I leave my business. I go and chill for the weekend. We're growing a relationship that money is not coming out, but my own money is going in.
Hey.
Silently. Because I have to drive. I drive
Buy
to
fuel.
you, and then I'm leaving, and you can't say, sweetie, buy fuel. Me will not get money, oh. You will get money.
Money
You will tell
pass
me, say
you.
you go fit buy me G-Wagon. You go call Coast Cherish, make I go carry motor. But I need to wait until yourself don't tell you, say, she's the woman for me. How long will I wait?
He's just stingy. I hate stingy men. Oh,
Do you
God.
understand? How long will I wait? Now, you know what was now the deal breaker for me? In that space of 6 weeks, I was setting up my office, and then I needed some things in my office. In fact, I had even bought one. It was an AC. That AC standing, or one of the standing small things that can cool you up. That thing was 273,000. In fact, they did a refund to me 2 days ago. I had paid for this thing, and they were delivering it to me. So we're on the bed having conversations, and then I'm like, this thing they brought, I ordered this thing, and he's like, show me. So I showed him. He's like, this is not air conditioner, this is air cooler. And I'm like, in my head, because I saw AC, so I assumed it was air conditioner. He's like, no, this is air cooler. So I told them, okay, I don't want anymore. Refund me my money. And he goes, oh, don't worry. I bought some years ago. I have somebody in Alaba that you can buy from. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So in that whole conversation, he sent me pictures that the person in Alaba sent to him, and then account number for me to pay. He sent me the account number. Chelu, Chelu, he sent me account number, and it was even still the same price. These are 2 different vendors. I'm asking for a refund here, and I'm trying to buy a new one. The same price. So I'm like, I started initiating the transaction. Access Bank that they say their head no go gree work. I tried to pay, it wasn't going through. This was like, let's say 3 p.m. I tried making payment like 6 times because I really needed it. And it didn't go. That was just before the rain started. And it didn't go through. So in my head, I'm like, okay, but you really did send me this account number. You cannot even say, babe, let me take up this bill for you. In my head, they worry me. Then it costs to send me, make I go make food. That's okay. I'm trying to date differently. I made food. I served him food. He was eating. So I was still trying to do the transaction. My head, they worry me. Why will you not say, let me take up this bill for you? So I said, okay, bank not work. I now put it to him. Oga, you will help me do this transfer. Because I'm not going to die for silence. Because if you ask me to help you, I will. So I'm like, babe, you're going to help me do this transfer. My bank is not working. And he was like, he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word. He just said, He was eating. So I said it again because I needed an answer. And he's like, I shouldn't worry. I should put my phone down and try again later.
Maybe network good. Okay.
Damn.
Wait, now swallow you serve am.
And I cook her fan soup in the sock, periwinkle in the shell, in the sock.
Pium, pium.
It was making sound.
If it makes sound for my ear, my head they bust. I said, okay. So
What
I
if
put
he
my
actually
phone.
didn't have money?
Sweetie.
Person we get money.
I put my phone down and like
Packaging.
10 p.m. I think like around 8. So because I have someone on the mainland that comes to the island, I'm like, okay, if he pays, the guy would just pick it because delivery is about like 15K. So I'm like, this guy would just bring it from. So I called the guy. I'm like, hello, just hang on. You go pick something for me tomorrow morning when you dey come, hoping that before the morning we go down finish the transaction. I tried by 10 p.m. It didn't go. So I not told him. I said, babe, it's still not working. Can you do this for me? He said, that first, his transaction limit is 100K a day.
Oh, don't-
This thing is 273,000. I said, no. Hey, so this is almost midnight. So I'm like, okay, you can do one by midnight. Tomorrow would already reach. You run the other one. So it's like, so who would do the 70K? I said, I would do the 73,000. Nadia Wala started. He said, because we're supposed to depart the next day. He's going back to wherever he's going to, and me, I'm going to my house. And he goes, he cannot, that he's traveling now, that do I want to leave him stranded? What if he needs to do transactions wherever he is? It was logical, but okay, no problem. You're trying to date differently now. I let it slide. So it's like when I go back to my base, I will sort it out. Brothers and sisters. That thing was never sorted out till I ran. Do you know that thing was never sorted out? So 1 week after he arrived, every day I made a conscious effort to kept reminding him of what's up. So he kept saying he will call the guy, and he never did. So I was sitting down and I wanted to see the end of it. I'd already paid for the new one. In fact, I paid after I left that day, but I wanted him to do that for me. And he was never going to do it. He knew that he was never going to do it and didn't bring up the conversation that he was never going to do it. So 3 weeks down the line, I kept reminding him, and I'm like, bro, what exactly is the problem? Because I was tired. I won't be reminding somebody of 273,000 naira that I have fixed. But I'm like, what is the problem? Do you want to tell me if you really don't have this money now, or maybe there's a reason why you don't want to do this for me? Am I not deserving of this money you say you have? Because like you've made me believe that you have a lot of money. You've told me about people, and I believe you, but I want to see the money now because I'm not seeing it. And he started saying I'm insulting him. I asked question, oh, they gaslight me. I said, you're gaslighting me, and I will not take that. When you're ready to have a civil conversation, you know where to find me. So I didn't speak to him for like 1 week or so. And then he called me. Abi, I called him. No. Okay. One of the nights, my staff fainted at work. I think some appendix, kini. So I took him to the hospital. So while they were treating the guy, I was stressed. So I picked up the phone and I called him. And this motherfucker picked up, and I wanted to lament. Like, I have a man. I'm going through a hard day. I want to just... And he's, oh, baby, I'm so tired. Like, he was so tired. You're tired of what now? Let me call you. If you want to tell me you're tired, you would have called me. I called you to cry on you, and you pamper me. He cried more than I cried. I just like, okay, you know what? The problem, I just hung up because I didn't get what I wanted, and I hung up. I'm like, this is fucked up, but I want to see the end. And it got to the point where after that conversation, we didn't speak again for like another 2 weeks. I was done with the relationship. I was done. But I just somehow wanted to see why he wasn't paying for that thing for me. And then, you know what he said? He said the reason he didn't want, he knew that he was never going to pay for that thing for me, that it was a trigger from the girls he had dealt with in the past. So that the girls he had dealt with were too demanding. They loved him for what he could provide, and now he wants someone that will love him for
So I
who
should
he
be the
is.
other woman.
So now me, the one you
Him
do
be the other
practical.
man.
I mean, so I even
Other woman
agree.
don't jam other man.
I even agree. I said, no problem. Maybe if I date differently, I will see a different result. And now the results now I see. So he was like, it was a trigger to him, and he knew he was never going to do it, but he just wasn't going to talk
Wasted
about
your
it.
time.
So I'm like, okay, if you knew all along, and every day I kept reminding you, why didn't you just say, you know what? I'm not ready to spend money on you. So that I can still, because you've already told me from the get-go that you're not. But if you're telling me you're going to do this for me and I remind you for 3 weeks and you don't want to do it, why the fuck are you stressing my head? It's 273K. I can deal with that. In fact, I already dealt with that. So why the hell are you stressing me and not saying, babe, I'm just not ready?
So you will never get into any relationship if the person tells you that, let me know you first before I start spending money.
That's
Can't
the
What
red
does
flag.
that even
That's
mean?
the
Like,
mean.
what does that even mean?
They want to kiss
Is
you,
that a
but
thing?
They don't want to.
Eh?
So you like a girl, you did not send her money.
they'll tell
Like
me
you're
kiss you
even
first.
crazy enough for me to take that up. I would never. Like I said,
It was an experiment. Sorry, eh?
It was
Yeah,
intentional for me to be that foolish.
How
And
long
do
was this
that.
experiment?
6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Ebuka,
And I'm like,
okay.
okay,
Yeah.
you've seen the end of it there. Are you still going to go on this lane? If another man comes and tells you, love me, I will love you. But one kobo will not come out.
Love
But-
me,
but wait,
love the
so
money
wait, you
is
guys
a
went
maybe.
That's
from-
crazy.
You guys went from dating to the end in 6 weeks.
I took it to the end because he was not going to have, he was not going to have the conversations that needed to propel the relationship further.
And I'm just because 6 weeks.
weeks is
I'm just
short
thinking like no
to
me.
spend
I'm
money.
thinking 6. No, not short.
From
No, no,
day
no.
one,
I'm not about
start spending.
spending money. No, no, no,
No,
no.
you can spend money on the very first day
I'm
you
just
meet
saying that.
someone.
I'm just saying that
Day
all
one.
the experiences that she had, like it looked like there's so many time jumps. I thought it was 3 months.
No.
No,
6
6
weeks.
weeks of
6 weeks.
constant dating. You know, like you have a relationship and every day you talk on
she
the
dey rub
phone.
bed.
Like every day you
6
talk on the phone.
So, but
What is your- I want to hear
Ebuka,
I
wait.
want to hear your red
Before
enjoyed
this
himself.
6
you
weeks
get?
experience, girl talker, before this 6 weeks experience, you people had known for how long?
We hadn't known for know how long. We
Oh,
just-
now that 6 weeks, now you
we
use
know.
no.
We will do talking
Constant
stage
rela-
inside the
Inside 6 weeks.
We do
I think they
relationship
take my head,
inside the
6
6 weeks. Because someone comes outrightly to you and tells you, this is what I want. I know what I want. I want a woman that's going to love me without money. Then I will spoil her later.
Interesting.
When I feel like she loves me without money.
Man.
Okay, so but in the course of these 6 weeks now, before this whole send this money and this the relationship now broke down,
Yeah, talk to me.
what were the things you were looking out for? And what were the things or if you look back now, you think he was looking out for? Like you said that,
Other people
he put
don't
head
do
for your
and shake.
chest, you dey rub am,
She dey cook for
you dey cook for am. Wetin be those things when you feel say, okay, now because of these things, I feel say, okay, this guy they look say I be better person, and later he go start to dey spend money.
No, so now for him, you meet a lady and she ticks most of your boxes, right? And for me, I will only speak for myself. I tick a lot of boxes. There is no.
No control.
So he met me. In fact, he didn't meet me. He saw me and felt like she meets the standard of woman that I want in my life on the long run, right? I look, the grammar when I won't speak, I don't know whether it's correct.
Feel free.
If I calm my
You are a
head,
spec.
I'm a spec.
Okay.
If I calm my head down, I will make a very good wife. If I
Okay.
choose you, that I want to be your wife. So he saw that if I can tame this one, she will literally be everything I want. She'll give me beautiful children. I can take her to anywhere I want to take her to. And she's making money. She's not broke. She has something she's doing. And she can make so much money if I put in my money that I claim I have in her.
invest.
She can multiply my money.
He said go buy you G-Wagon.
Say go call Coast
So
Charles.
Charlie's.
But from the thing where you see,
No, funny enough, they are not even bubble. They are not even, because these days I listen, I don't talk. Because what's in my eye don't see for relationship, I now just sit and because once you talk, you start talking too much, the man start talking, you see if he's boboing you or not. He was real to an extent,
That's the wealth.
which was why I decided, let me give it a try.
how did you know he was real?
Because of the conversations we had, because of the things he said, I could relate to them. Then another thing is either the money used to be there, it's not there again.
You said
Yes,
before.
that's what I think.
You understand me? Because I don't want to call names. The money used to be there. The talks were in sync with everything. I not be small picking now. And this money is money that is close to home. So it's money that I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's money that I have heard of. It's money that, so I'm like, okay, I can love you or God, they make money, not be your money. If I love you for 3 months, I can survive now. I don't understand. If say you want to take 3 months to begin spend money on me, I will survive. How much I want it, I will survive, and everything I've spent in that 3 months, I will ask it back and you will give it to me. So that is not a problem.
For just wait for another 6 weeks now. Make it complete. So I call Coach Charlie.
If he has not done transfer within week 1,
What is
just
Ebuka's red flag?
Wait,
the conversation.
if he has not done
Sorry
transfer.
for me
Yes.
by now, because you know say they don't waste my time.
No, wait. Moymo,
It's true.
if he has not done transfer,
Yes, in a week,
Nothing for him.
then you should know that. You should already
Fine.
know how it's going to look.
Sweetie.
so transfer for
beginning.
what? Just
See, the way people
Take
even
care of
enter my
yourself,
DMs, oh, sometimes they'll just be like, "Oh, hi, say your account details.
Yes.
You look so pretty."
Money
You
for
said
being
it.
pretty.
You said it.
Me, I will not say it.
said
I will
it's free
send
money.
it, and then maybe if the money he
Someone
sent
is very
me
lucrative. Oh.
impressed me, then I will add him back. If he did not impress me, thank you.
What impresses
Goodbye.
you? What?
The
How
money.
much will impress you?
How much will impress me? I mean, because I'm talking like 1 million or something.
No,
What
that's
is
not
that?
for being a
This is
fine
happening in
girl.
town.
Why
Right?
so
Okay,
wait.
so what's the okay.
I start with you, my brothers.
I want to ask her a question.
Yes.
So,
interesting.
if 1 million is going to impress you, how many men comes to your DM to impress you with 1 million?
I'm saying just to begin the conversation.
I understand what you're saying because my DM,
1 million for a starter.
my DM
Yeah.
probably bubbles more than
I have
your
to
DM.
hike it up so that the people that are watching, when they are coming to meet me, they will remember
correct.
that it's 1 million that I said. Thank you. That was a strategic move. Do you understand?
Okay. So if it was a strategic and intentional move, no need to peruse rumors. Fine.
That's okay. I have a question for you. Maybe questions.
Hey.
Yes. I'm
Hot
interested
seats.
in you personally.
I know.
Do you think side chicks make marriages last?
Of course they do.
Why do you think so? What do they specially do that makes marriages last? Because to me, I see that they scatter marriages.
They don't.
Tell me, how do they keep marriages?
What value?
What value do they bring?
Okay, so we're gonna use Lagos as a case study, and then from my own personal experience, if you live on Lekki Ekpe Expressway, you live between phase 1 to Ajar further down, you know that there is traffic on that route. Now, let's say you and your husband, you live in VGC, and I live where I live, Chevron, Ekota Villa. Now, he's been on that traffic from VI, wherever his office is. Boom. If he's driving, even worse. He has a driver. Hallelujah. At least he's not stressing so much. He drives and gets to Chevron and gets to me. And I'm at home. Maybe I've been at home all day. Most people work from the house. I've been at home all day. I'm freshly looking. I know he's coming, so I probably just took a shower, sprayed a nice cologne, want something really flattering because I know he's coming. And he arrives, pulls over outside or anywhere, and I'm by the door to open the door for him. He comes inside. I hug him. I give him a peck. Depends on how he made me feel the previous day. So he comes inside, and I'm asking him, "Hey, baby, how are you? How was work? Did your day go okay?" While I'm doing that, I'm taking off his shoes. You know, like he's seated, I'm taking off his shoes. If he's wearing socks, obviously, I'm taking it off and then giving him a little foot massage while pep talking him about how his day went. And I'm attentive to listen to him vent about what happened in the office and what didn't happen. And after that, and you know, in all of these conversations, I probably would have moved from his legs and I'm sitting on him. This the wife won't do at home in most cases. Some wives will do it though. The wives that are intentional. The wives that have said, okay, me too, I'll be baby gay. I can do this thing. I know how to do it. It's just that I don't have time. But she doesn't have time. Me, I have the whole day. I have the whole time in the world because that is how he sees me every time he comes. So he's used to that pamper that he probably doesn't get at home. So I'm sitting on his laps. He's grabbing my butt or he's seeing my butt. My nipples are all over his face. available for him to touch, right? And I'm smelling good. Do you understand me? So he likes what he's seeing. He likes the full attention that I'm giving to him, undivided. For that 45 minutes or 30 minutes that he's spending with me, he is my priority. He is number one. I'm not, even if I'm leaving him, it's probably to go get him a glass of juice. If he drinks whiskey, a glass of whiskey, or maybe get his food or whatever that is in the house available. But the point is, there is a relationship that is very intense in a very short period of time. It could be 30 minutes that he spends with me. But that 30 minutes, I'm not leaving him alone. In that 30 minutes, I'm all over his business. In that 30 minutes, I'm making my demands. He's making his. Everybody is collecting whatever they want to collect from each other. And what is he getting? Attention, sex, romance. That's it. That's all the married man wants from the woman outside anyways.
So how does that keep his marriage at home?
Good. So when he leaves me, he spends 45 minutes with me, he's calm. He's relaxed. Whatever heat is at home, he can deal with it calmly. He can deal with it way better than if he just drove from the office in that traffic and he goes home straight. He'll be angry, he'll be agitated, he'll be like, you know what, I just want to go upstairs and rest. But when he has spent that quality time with me, whatever madam is saying at home is fine.
This is interesting.
I have a second question.
The other woman is a shock
I
absorber.
have a second question
This
for
is
you.
interesting.
I said it's interesting.
But I also have a
Can you
question
take-
too,
eh.
after you.
Can you take a man from a woman based on, I mean, you're highly skilled. in
I
this
am.
aspect. Yeah, I mean, she's not denying it. Can you take a man from you? Do you think that you have the capability of actually taking,
Snatching.
and keeping?
For myself?
I'm not saying you want to do that now. You think you have that capability?
Or are you saying do women have the capability? Or
Do
me
the
personally?
other women have the capability? Do you
Yes,
think that
they
the other
do.
women?
Why do you think a man has a mistress for a while and decides he wants to make her his wife? Again, the way she makes him feel. I'm going to go into sex a little bit.
Tell me more, mommy.
The kind of sex men have with their wives is different from the one they have outside.
Godly sex.
Right? It's the sex outside. The primary thing that keeps that man coming back is the sex. It's not anything else. The sex he gets outside is totally different from the sex, even if he has a crazy wife inside. But the sex outside is there. Some men will tell you, I cannot. Can I use fuck?
Say. This is
A
the
man
honest
will
bunch.
tell you, I cannot fuck my wife in a certain way. It will make her look like a slut. But I can fuck the other woman however I want. I can turn her upside down because she's not my wife. Some will say, I have respect for my wife, so I can't touch her in a certain way. But the woman even wants you to touch them in that way. But because you feel like she's your wife, you don't want to not push too much, you can go outside. I had a friend, and we're talking one day, and I'm like, I think, what was that conversation about? It was about sex, but I think sex. Okay, the wife lives overseas and he's in Lagos. So I'm like, you go away for 6 months, and how does your wife cope? And he's like, she doesn't do anything. She waits for me. I'm like, okay, so do you even buy her sex toys? He's like, no, he can never do that. I'm like, why? It's like, if she gets used to sex toy, she won't. I'm not go there important to her again. I'm like, no. Sex toy is different now. It's just you not being. He said, I know my wife. If I introduce her to sex toy, it's shut down for me. But you're here chasing around small girls, and your wife is in Obodo Yibo, being lonely. Nobody is touching her, and you know that she's there faithful for you. And the least that you can do to introduce her to sex toy, you say no. You see how selfish men can be?
Even
I tire.
What's
This is
the
interesting.
craziest sex you've,
Had.
You know?
Had.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, with somebody, you know that there's somebody at home waiting for him. Yeah.
Now you're supposed to sit that chair.
Please, man. Can you come and occupy?
I cannot pick a particular one. I cannot. I teach sex too, right?
Yeah.
I cannot pick a particular one. I enjoy
But
sex all the time.
what was the one that you had that made you when you when the person left or when you went back to base, you were like, God, I want to go and get my feelings back. Oh,
okay, let me. This one, it was in my former apartment, and it was in my bedroom, and he, God. So my wardrobe was open, and he shoved my head inside. So part of my head was inside the wardrobe, and then my butt is out. So you're not seeing, you're just seeing the.
I'm shy.
Oh my God. And there's probably a mirror by the side.
So he would almost never do that at home. Like, there's a view that will live rent free in his head for the longest time. And even if he tries to replicate that, the wife will be like, "Are you crazy? Why are you shoving my head down the wardrobe?" I can take that, but the woman at home will probably not want to take that because why are you treating me this way?
Sorry, guys, I won't ask any other
No,
question.
continue.
So
You know that, sorry, you know that this is a follow-up question. I asked you a question and I said, do you feel like you have, or the other women have the capacity to take
And
the
I said
man
yes.
from, yes. But then you said,
they keep
they
marriages
keep
longer.
no, I mean, those are different. But you said also that they don't do that at home because they feel like they respect
Their
their
wives.
wives. If he feels like he can shove your head, scatter it, throw it out, I mean, do you think that somebody he does that to, he would want to keep? Since he respects the one he kept.
Sweetie, it's for excitement. When you're dating a married man, you know what you're going in for. Again, people get delulu and feel like, I'm dating this married guy, he's going to marry me. And then you start not being who you are. You now want to pretend so that he can see the good in you and finally love you and say, I will chase my wife for you. A lot of married men don't chase their wives for anybody. If they want to get married to you as a second wife, it's their decision. It's not because they want to chase their wife. No. It's because they want you, they want to have a relationship for a long time, or probably just get you pregnant and make you a baby mama. That's what they do in most cases.
This is interesting.
They get you pregnant. They don't have to marry you. They get you pregnant. You have a son for them. And you know that relationship is forever. So they have access into your life whenever they want to. I meet a lot of people that tell me, I want you to have a baby for me. And I tell you, no. I don't want to have a baby for you or for anyone. I'm not interested in having children, at least not now. And even if I want to have children, surrogate works for me because this body that you see that I try to keep, every day I go to the gym, I eat right. I'm not about to ruin it because of a baby when I have options that can give me a baby. So now back to the woman outside taking the man away. Yes, he can. And if a man feels like I respect my wife to not fuck her in a certain way, but you are my girlfriend, I can fuck you however I want. It's because of excitement. He's with you in the first place for excitement. It's nothing other than that. Unless he now sees something different in you, which is that sex that he can shove you around. That is part of it. Because he knows that with his wife, I can't do this. But you, even if I end up marrying you, I can have this crazy and wild sex with you. Right?
So
That's dicey.
No, but that is the truth. I have clients that call me and tell me, my wife makes move. I don't like it. I like when I make the move and I initiate sex. I don't like when the wife initiates sex. And I tell
That's
you,
different.
why won't you want your wife to initiate sex? And it's like, it's me. If she initiates sex, I can't keep an erection.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm being chased. I'm the man. I want to do the chasing. I want to have sex with you.
As in, what do they
Ebuka
want?
looks
What do
traumatized.
they want?
See, it's your gender. oh.
But
hey, girl.
It's your, these are real people.
No,
They
no,
are
no, no,
crazy.
no,
Wait,
see,
if you're
if-
dating
I
this
don't
man,
think it's
do
a
they-
gender
do
thing.
they
If
get
you
jealous?
if you bring men that have
Oh,
The
yes.
married men.
Oh!
Do they get jealous? That
They get
don't want
jealous
you
more
with
than a
another person
single
else?
guy.
With the other woman. oh.
Yes. Oh no, they get so jealous. Their jealousy is out of the roof. But that's the thing. When you make it clear to them that when they know you don't want them too much, when they know that you're not looking to get to the end with them, they get jealous, but you don't care. Because, you have a wife at home. Why the fuck are you being jealous?
Married man, they jealous.
It's giving madness.
Because
Because what?
because there's no love, not selfishness.
It's crazy. I've
That's what I've
had
been
an
saying from the
experience.
beginning.
I've had an experience where there was this guy I was seeing, and during COVID, we had a beautiful relationship. But then money became an issue, and I started seeing someone else. And he
Wait, the beauty. the beauty in the relationship.
You know that thing.
Before money, the beauty in the relationship was before money became the issue. Was the money he was spending.
That was my point. Like, what else do these married men have to offer?
No. What I'm saying is, no,
What do you
it
do?
wasn't even about the relationship wasn't about money. But when I needed the money in the relationship, it wasn't forthcoming like I would wanted. And then I'm like, okay, so if we're having all this good time and you can't even support me, I'm growing a little business, man. I need all the support in this world. So if I'm loving you and you're shoving my head down the wardrobe and then you can't support me, what the fuck am I doing with you? And you have a wife that you're doing everything for.
Chai.
So why are you eating your cake and having? I'm giving you a blast. You don't have sex at home. And every day you come to work, Vilm, you're in my house. And because I like you, they sweet me, they sweet you. I don't mind, it's fine. I'm nobody's wife. I'm happy doing whatever I'm doing with you. We have a relationship. And then I need something and you cannot provide that because you feel like, yes, I'm making money, but it's not even enough. So point is, I started seeing someone and he got a wind of it. And I'm trying to describe how jealous you people can be. So I was walking the other person out of my gate. And he drove past or whatever. And then he saw me coming out of my gate and was seeing the other guy into the car. So he drove like he was leaving and he honked. So like he honked. I turned and I saw that it was him. The other guy didn't understand what was going on, but it was like, what is going on? Why are you with another man? Who is that man? That was the whole honk. Like, so he drove, went to the front and parked. He knew the other person was leaving. So the guy left and he drove back. So the guy parked in my parking space. So I had gone to drive and then park and he came behind and blocked me. And it's like, so you're going to say you didn't see me? Yes, I didn't see you. And it's like, okay. So like that's how much jealousy men can really exhibit. Like, why the fuck are you blowing that much honk when there is space? Nobody's blocking. You could just drive past, but you want to. Because the guy even noticed. I'm like, why is that mad person? So, my boyfriend is a mad person.
And you were like, oh, who is that?
I don't know.
Living a double life.
Hey.
Yes.
Wow.
So I
wanted
mean,
to
like,
ask you
you
a
guys
question.
can
You
really
ask.
be very jealous, and it's
Oh,
crazy.
the question I wanted to ask, no. What I wanted to ask was, before, but
It's okay.
the question was about when you said, do they help marriages last longer? And she said yes.
Yes, we do.
And I was like, I don't think so.
Why?
Because there's what we call forbearance, you know. There's a reason why is it that, let's imagine the two of you were married, why is it that you can put up with her? There are many reasons. There's the society, but society get where they reach self. You just say, I can't do this no more, all right? And there is the fact that I married this person, I'll just take him. Do you understand? Lack of options, you know? I just stay here. The moment this person is giving you that succor, that, you know, attention, your tolerance levels for this person greatly reduce.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to.
You know, so your tolerance level for your wife is now reduced because you know that what is her use to you now? Whatever she's doing for you, or whatever, you can get it from. And that's why many guys, they marry this mistress. Like, I love how she put it. It's just spending 45 minutes. Anybody can be good in 45 minutes. Anybody can be 1 hour,
They
2
don't
hours.
need to know the other part of you.
And that's why some married men get to
Sorry,
that
darling.
point and now they're telling their wives, you know, maybe in a fit of anger. That's why I prefer this.
Yes, they say
To
to
be
you
like other women.
Do you understand that kind of thing? Because they have seen this woman 247, But
See finish.
See
Now they cost
finish.
us
you
this
understand?
nonsense.
You get so, but this guy just survive, and that's why when they even marry the mistress, they get another mistress because it's
Yes,
it does seem
it's
never
a
ending.
discipline
It
issue.
never ends.
Never
It's an
ends.
endless circle.
My question to her is:
Please do this for me.
this kind of life, how practicable is it for the true happiness that we
seek?
desire?
Are you asking me a question?
Yes, you.
Okay.
This other woman, married man, a life. How practicable is it in terms of true fulfillment and happiness?
Same.
How do we?
Again, mindset, where you are at a particular time. I gave you a time frame. I said by the time I turn 40, I am probably tired. Not tired, I probably have gotten what I wanted from dating a specific kind of people, married.
But
men.
don't you think also, you have answered that question already with what you just said, but I'm thinking a follow-up question. Have you ever wondered that maybe when I'm 40, and I'll look back at the past
And be like, what? Regret?
yeah,
No.
you're
No.
futuristically saying you don't think, or maybe when you have kids, Seth.
No, because I haven't done anything
You know, and they
wrong
come
that my
into the-
mates are not doing.
So is that your thank you
All I
definitions
have
like I
done
said at the
is
beginning?
date
Solomon had
who
concubines.
I want
Hold
to
on,
date
definitions that I said at the
when I
beginning.
wanted to date them.
Definitions that I said at the beginning, those because I said your definitions define your morality, Seth. So is your definition of right and wrong what everybody is doing and what everybody is not doing? Is that what is right or wrong?
No,
to you?
it's what works for me because I can still end up marrying somebody's
So
husband.
what is working for you is now spoiling it for the
It's
married
not
man's wife.
spoiling anything for anybody, bro.
The married man's wife.
She doesn't even know me. I don't even exist.
What
in
if she
her
gets
world.
to know you?
Hey, that
How
is
do you
her
handle
business
it?
with
Wait,
her
how do you?
husband.
Eh, so that's a
Say,
problem.
do you even think that? Do you think? Let's be honest here. Do you think that a woman that is married to a man and the man has a side chick, do you think the woman does not know?
Yes.
There are women who don't know genuinely, or she just doesn't want to.
There are women
the way
that
when women, the way when
genuinely
God take create woman,
Don't know.
the way when God
So
take create
the-
Yeah, I
woman.
know, but then
Yeah,
they
Some
might
men
not
are
know
very
They
sneaky.
might
That's
not
what I'm
know
telling you.
I don't need to know who now.
Are you
Some men
telling me?
are
Are you
very
telling me
But you know
that?
that their husband
Women
is
are
having-
very-
Their
you know that
intuition
their
is
husband
telling
an
them, but
affair.
they
There
don't
are
have
some
proof.
women that will swear to you that their husbands are not having an
Yes,
affair.
true.
They are swearing to
No,
you,
no,
but
they're
they know
swearing
in
to
their
you now.
hearts.
No.
No,
No, there are
they
people
might
that are
know.
like that. They
They will
refuse
just
to
say he's
accept that.
different.
No, it's not.
Something about him
Some
will be
men are
different.
the perfect men at home. You don't understand.
Okay,
they
but
can play this card
in
and
that
strike
case,
a balance.
In that case, this is my question. In that case, where this guy is a perfect guy at home, his wife doesn't know that he's a cheat. I mean, his wife doesn't know. So you cannot say, we're not saying that you are a problem to the family yet, but you are a threat. Because
A potential threat.
Yes, eventually, one of things will happen. Maybe the guy, people will change because of this thing I'm saying. So my question to you is that how do you live with yourself, knowing that for you to just say it's not your business, it is that question of
Why are
morality.
you
comes
not
into
worried
play.
about how the man that is chasing me around that has
No,
a
the
wife
man
lives
is
with
already
himself?
clearly in the wrong.
Yes.
All right. The man is clearly. Listen, you only talk about. I can only talk to you about what decisions you have control over. You don't have control over a man coming to meet you. But you have
Exactly.
control over responding to that
Yes,
man.
your decision
If the
to
man
say
is,
yes
if the
or
man
no.
is
Yes.
here, if the man is here, I will tell him, guy, you are messing up. Why are you going to another?
You are
Do you
the
get?
man.
But I'm saying that the man is clearly in the wrong, and the man is already a faulty guy, meaning that he could have done it with any other lady.
Yes.
But he did it with you.
And I
the
chose
fact
him,
that it was
yeah.
you was that you agreed for it to be you.
Yes.
So I'm saying, why are you
Not.
not? Why are you putting yourself in that position to be with that useless man?
She said that's what's convenient for her now.
At that
So your
particular time.
convenience. That's why we get to that moral. You don't enter my trap, everybody. So that means your convenience. You are comfortable with your convenience, thoroughly inconveniencing another person.
Why should I worry
And I
about
feel like that
another
is
person?
That's selfish.
You gotta be selfish to get what you want from life.
That means there's no
Another thing-
love.
Another thing.
Case closed.
love
Podcast has finished.
really?
Another
And
thing,
this earth that we're living in, there is really no love. But you can decide to love more people at a particular time.
No. There
It's
is
no
love.
love.
There's
There
no
is no
love.
love. Love not there anywhere.
But you can decide to love
The
more
only
people.
people that genuinely love you
It's why
are
they
your
find
kids
love,
and
oh.
your family and God and
Is your husband not your family?
Sweetie,
You can
marriage
make that person's
survive
family.
without love.
Survive.
Love is not enough.
Do we want
Nobody
to
wants
Do
that,
we want to
though.
survive or do we want to thrive? If you are saying survive, anybody can survive. People,
Look
come on
at
now.
you.
People they date relationship with person way he they beat them.
He they do everything.
They wound
Yes.
them.
But
They
they love
love
them,
them.
yeah?
Abuse. Is in quotes the marriage.
Pay their bills.
In quotes,
The bills now.
the
Sorry,
marriage.
what's keeping
In
the-
quotes, the marriage they survive.
It's surviving, yes.
But is that a marriage that you?
But
I mean,
that-
is
is
that
that
what
what-
I'm saying?
is that
People
what-
chop, people when they
is that
chop
what your
once
16-year-old
every 3
self
days,
wanted?
they survive now.
And,
but now the life you won't live.
I mean,
no.
I'm even saying that another angle is the man go come out. The man really has to be a lister generator. Because the man will go out and probably exhaust his energy on satisfying
on
you
the side
sexually
chick.
or himself sexually. And he comes back home to a woman that also needs to be satisfied.
No, they touch your wife.
Yeah, yeah. So you know
Say,
they-
they will go 6 months without
No,
sex.
for the home to be at peace.
Once in a while.
In a place of peace. I mean, it means you are servicing everybody and everybody is happy. If the home is happy, most women are not even troublesome.
Sweetie, let me cut you short. Don't be surprised. A lot of women don't want to be touched at home.
Hey,
Who is touching them then?
Their husband. No. They don't. See,
These are
their husband
mysteries.
goes to work and comes back, and they're not up for him touching them. They don't want.
So who is touching them then?
I don't know who's touching them, but there are women at home that their husbands make passes at them, tries to touch them, and they are not interested. So it's not just the man thing, no.
Yeah.
It's two ways. Some women don't want to be touched. Some men don't even make plans of touching their other because they've already touched somebody outside and they're satisfied. But at home, some women too don't make it easy for their husbands to touch them.
you know that for
So it's
for
two-way
women. No, I'm not speaking for all women, but
Some women.
from my experience, you jump start. You cannot just
Yes,
come and
nah,
start touching
start
the
touching,
woman.
yeah.
Just come.
Because some are not, they know what thing to do.
No,
No, wait. See what are they talk? What are they talk? We say, if you with the woman, not be waiting. You go just come back house after you don't date traffic 3 hours.
They with
you
your,
come home
they
say,
with your other woman.
if it be something where you don't they build since Monday. And Thursday you go reap the reward because you and the relationship where you get with side chick
It's different.
is different from what you get. You where you day or work, you day traffic 3 hours. Your wife probably maybe went to work,
Came back.
or did her business, came back. She has tended to the children.
Probably in the same
she dey
traffic
think of
too.
yes now she too dey stressed out. But now only your own you dey think about. Now only you dey fit give foot massage.
is
Sit
why-
down for your lap.
That
is
with
why-
nipple, with nipple in your eye.
right,
Now only you.
That is why when he goes out and has gotten that attention from the woman outside, he gets home. He's not entirely bothered about how the wife is reacting at home because even that woman, she's tired. She don't pick children from school. She don't cook. She don't bath them. If nanny no day, even if it's a nanny they say, but she's tired from whatever she's been doing during the day. And she just wants to rest. It takes a different breed of women to still want to have something to do at night with their husband. And that's why I tell women, make sure you marry a man that loves you at night. When he comes home at night, he wants to spend quality time with you. Whether you're sleeping, even if he comes back midnight, you are awake. Even if you spend 5 minutes with him, having a conversation, that night relationship is very important.
But if the other woman don't collect the love when he carry from traffic come, which one you won't give her for night?
Because they already have that relationship at the
Outside.
beginning of
Okay.
their whatever before they got married.
Okay.
That pattern is there. So when he changes, you can easily tell. And then you can have decent and realistic conversations about, we used to do these things at night. What happened? You don't know. I was listening to a sitcom yesterday, 3 women having tea, and she was like, my husband, I think every night that the husband comes home, they have sex at night. So there was a particular night he came and he just went straight to bed and he slept. And she went to the shower and she was crying. So her friends didn't know this part. So she was like, she thought her husband was cheating. And I was like, that's supposed to be normal. So they didn't know that. What she meant was they used to have sex every day for 18 years of their marriage. The only night that he came back and went to sleep straight, she thought he was cheating. And it was normal for couples not to have sex every night to the 2 friends. But for her, it wasn't normal because they do it every freaking night. It doesn't matter how tired. So far he's home, they must have sex before they go to bed. And, it
And
was
when
a
she's
problem.
menstruating, what happens?
They figure out, maybe he gives she
Black
gives
toe.
him blowjob, he comes and sucks up, whatever,
talk
but
like
somehow
this?
they are intimate.
toe.
People have
sex in-
during.
Yeah,
In
in the
fact,
period.
some people even encourage.
Some people prefer to have sex.
Studies
during the
show
period.
that.
So let's talk about red flags. Red flags. You go see the flag big, like the one
Like
when they
this thing.
Zenith Bank headquarters. But some people are going to see the red flag.
Walk through it.
That red flag when they see.
Now,
Now,
if
Flag
they,
will come with money by the
Now,
side.
now the
green
red flag,
flag.
they attract them come. Why is it that people ignore obvious red flags? Obvious red flags. And decide that, some will tell you, oh, I have grown to know that, no, if he can cheat outside, but he will come back to me.
He will change.
He will change.
It's intent.
On whose
Intent
part?
On the lady's part. So if you meet a guy and there's a very strategic billboard-like red flag,
Strategic.
and she's seen that this is red flag, but because of what she wants,
Money.
and she
It might
knows
not
that
necessarily be money.
the money is
It might be she has
it might
an
not,
idea
it might not
of
be
what-
money, but 80% of the time is money. So when she sees that that thing is at the end of that tunnel, and she's been through fire anyways, so this particular fire
She go
that will
quench am.
get me to that tunnel to get that thing I want, I will walk through the shadows. Nothing will happen. So she has gone past. No, it's not me.
You're my
It's not me. So she has seen the end of it and be like, you see this red flag?
Let's
It's
go
not
on.
they really they kill person. No.
Ah.
Red flag not they kill.
Ah,
man.
Diego.
So I saw this, there was this interaction of young people, and the lady was asked which she would prefer. If her boyfriend goes out to cheat and has a baby, or if her boyfriend catches an STI.
Let's see, I
And
should
she
go and
talk
have a
about-
baby.
And she said,
and start his family.
okay, wait, you said he should go and have a baby and
Go and
start
have
his
the
You
baby.
say STI is treatable.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Talk to me. Let's have it. So wait, you prefer say make it no go outside, come go give another person belle. If make it bring STI come.
If you can go outside and get somebody pregnant, you can bring STI.
home.
But in the situation where
I have to pick one.
yes,
Make you not
he
take
said that
that
say he don't give this relationship as I don't produce pikin, or he carry STI come.
I'm only going to pick STI if he can have an honest conversation with himself and treat himself that I don't know that he has STI.
But he must have given it to you now, because if he carry him now, I go still do something. now,
If
you
he
go carry
carries
am.
it and gives it to me, again, it's treatable. It's not the end of the world. If he gets somebody pregnant,
Herpes. Nah.
if he gets somebody
Mhm,
pregnant
Everybody
and
just
the
did their
person
day.
is growing that baby and the child is born, he has a lifetime commitment to that person. You
So
see?
is it not better to remove yourself from the equation?
No, darling. It's not every time you remove yourself from the equation. There are women that have been with their husbands for 10 years. She would not leave the man because he
See,
got
I
somebody
feel like
pregnant outside.
marriage
Oh,
is not
Diego.
supposed to be about how much you can really go through, how much trauma you can.
It's not, but that is what
Endure.
it is.
That's not
But
what
when you
it's
go
a
through that and
choice.
come out and they finally marry you, they call you a winner.
It's a
You're
choice.
strong.
call you
woman.
a winner.
It's a choice.
Yes, no.
Strong woman.
It's a choice. Marriage is
That's
a choice.
not-
Whatever your husband dishes out to you is your choice. I want to take it or I don't want to take it. If you don't want to take it, you go. Then you go and then you become second. You become the
Side
next
chick
woman to the other man
the
that has a
new
wife. So it's very dicey. I will-
It never
you are
seems
cheating.
interesting.
I know that my husband is cheating. I leave him and then I start dating somebody else's husband.
Husband.
So the cycle just continues.
Why
So that's
can't
why
you
a lot
just
of
date
women
someone
stay.
single?
Yeah,
can't find them.
dating a lot of people that are single cannot provide like people that are married. That's the difference.
Yeah.
How?
That's if you're dating for
How?
provision now. You're married for provision.
If you leave your husband that cheated on you and you go outside, what are you looking for?
You might have your money, you just don't want to fuck with him
I don't
because he
get-
cheated.
But you're fucking with somebody else that has a wife. Why would
No,
I
you
choose
don't
someone
want
that has
because of
Actually.
provision. You might not. You might. I mean, it's not. In this case, you can decide to date anybody, not a
single-
married. You,
Yes,
you,
it
you know,
doesn't
you said
matter.
they want to marry. You know, you
No.
said you want to marry you want to fuck with a married person because you feel like they can,
can
provide. That's
provide
why I'm
more.
telling you that you might leave that relationship and you won't
That's
want to be
needy.
with a married man
That's
because
10%.
your idea
Nah,
is
it's
not
not
provision
10%.
because I'm leaving that married because he's cheating.
That's 10%.
It's not
of what
10%.
women will do.
Are you saying
Sweetie,
90? Are you saying 90%
Nah.
of women in Lagos, with Lagos as a case study,
Yes.
are you saying that 90% of women
Yes.
that leave their husbands
Yes.
because their husbands are cheating end up with married men?
Yes.
Cap.
It's not car, babe.
It's not.
Cap.
Remove that cap,
It's
true.
not anywhere.
Tell me.
Let me
So
tell you
wait,
something.
you're saying that the scenario is the woman was married, then she leaves her husband because he's a cheat, and then she decides to start dating married men.
That has money more than the husband.
That
That's
has-
how the cycle goes. You cannot leave your husband that can provide.
This is even coming from a place of a woman that actually seriously needs a man to provide for her. Me, I come from a family where since I've been a little girl, they've always told me, oh, no Prince Charming is coming for you. Although everybody wants to believe that yes, someone is going to come and is going to provide for you. But I believe that I want to have my own. Oh. So that even when I enter a marriage, God forbid, and I say it's not working out, I want to leave. I have my own things going on. I don't
Sweetie,
need to
that's
now
the
go and put
10%.
myself. Wait, let me finish. I don't need to put myself in a position where I now need to be looking for another provider. I feel like that's the mistake a lot of
The
girls
person
are
that
making.
comes into your DM to impress you with 1 million. Who is that person?
Church Agbasara.
You said must come into your
Let
DM
me tell you something.
and tells you you're
Just
a pretty
like the
girl and
person
gives
is coming
you
to my
1
DM
million. Who is
to
the person
give me
to
1
you?
million.
Is that person not
There
a
are still
provider?
brands that are coming to me with times 3 or times 4 the
brands.
money. I'm just telling you, like
no. Brands is
everything.
Business.
you.
That's what I'm saying.
And business.
That's
This
what
is
I'm saying.
personal
So I don't come from
relationship.
when I look at people, when I look at men, I don't come from a place of if I don't find this provider, if I don't find someone to give me this and this and this, I'm never gonna get it. Like I feel like if I don't find someone to get it for me, I will get it by myself.
Of course, that's how it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So the 90% of women that will leave their husbands that provides everything for them and even sends their children to one of the best schools in Lagos, and they discover that their husbands are cheating and then they leave. You know, Lagos is a very crazy city that if you think you have money, somebody else has money more
money.
than you. 37 times.
Of course.
Uh-huh. So when that woman leaves the husband that is averagely okay for me and okay for you, she's not going to settle for anything less than that. And the next man that is coming to her already knows that she has higher responsibilities. So he wants to give her what the husband was not giving to her. That is why she would not want to be with a single guy that will want love over money. Because even as that her husband is paying the children's school fees and paying the rent, the new person is still going to pay those bills.
Again,
Again, yes, of course. It's part of it now.
tell me more.
Yes, now. Because she will still go back to the new guy and say, I need to pay my child's school fees. I need to pay my rent. I need to change my car. I need to go on holidays with my children. That's why they don't go down. They go up. They date higher. They know that this bill is settled. Their ex-husband settles this bill. But the extra money is for the lifestyle. The extra money is for maintenance. The extra money is why they post on Instagram, and the husband that isn't there anymore feels like
She's balling.
She's balling.
Okay,
So they don't date downward. They go higher.
Okay, so your point is that
Mad.
a married lady that leaves
The
her
husband.
husband is going
That
to go,
provides
Yes.
because he cheated.
is going to go for another
Married.
Provider.
married man.
That provides more.
I don't think so.
You don't
It
know.
happens.
Well, it happens. You
Sure, life happens.
I think this is very, as I wanted to say, this hypothesis, we're trying to create an hypothesis for different individual
It's what
choices.
happens
But where I
now.
disagree, which is where you say 90%,
Yeah,
10%,
like
I don't think. I think that
10%
starts
maybe
is.
90%.
No, Oluwole
90%.
statistics.
Maybe the percent is not right.
yes,
It happens.
that's a lot of people.
It does happen, but it's not
That's
even
a lot of
a
people
lot.
now.
So I think
So a woman
There's no
whose marriage
empirical
was
data to
broken by
support that.
a woman outside
Yes, now.
will now still come outside and now break another person's marriage.
Maybe still read it online.
Hey.
It happens.
So
online.
With her children.
Circle.
So like Ebuka said,
It's the
there's
circle.
no empirical data to support that.
But there's more.
But
The percentage is high.
the thing is, with maybe stories you see online, and like for example, there are people who would come and say in Lagos, we are dating the dating pool.
We're dating each other.
ourselves.
Yeah, there are people who say that.
Yes, sir.
When they say such, you are like, I live in Alakpere. I live in
they
Ikotu. When did this one happen?
We're talking
But
about the
they are
Lagos.
speaking about a particular circle, and
Yes.
that is
Yeah.
what happens
Happens
there.
there.
You know, but I mean, you can argue for, you can argue against.
Against.
And you know, my own argument is everything I argue about or say is because I have seen, I've been in the circle of people, I have experienced people, right? So, by the nature of what I do and by me being a social bird, I come in contact with a lot of married people. Friends, whether I'm intimate or not. But I have friends that are married and we have conversations, male and female. And I can tell you for free that if a woman leaves her husband that provides very much, like he provides, he's not broke. When she leaves that marriage because of cheating, not anything else, so cheating, if she goes to date another person, if she says she wants to date for love and date a single guy, it's not more than 2 women in 10 that we date for love.
Okay, so you're making
That's crazy,
you're making
baby.
a fundamental
not
fallacy
more than 2
of
women
generalization in the
that
sense
we
that you're
date
thinking
for
that somebody
love.
that is single, because forget people
There are so many single
Where
men in
there's-
this
they are
Lagos
not
now. You're
single
making
boys,
it seem
they are
like they are
single
scarce.
men.
They are not
You know,
scarce at all.
The
not
old,
responsible.
very
So that
single
tight.
men
Generally.
Yes,
that
single men.
are
Very rich.
very
Very
rich,
well
And are
well
ready to spend.
Yes.
Then again, when you say, this is based off your pool of many people. I mean, come on. Yeah, wherever you go, all right, it depends on where you're pulling. If you go,
Towards.
if you go Unilag, Castnet, 8 out of 10 people go be students
Yes, now that is
because of
a-
the space,
Yes.
So
Yes,
they are like-minded people in that space. So you can't, if you want to make a true, or people where they do data research, they know now. You guys spread so that you're not limiting yourself to different particular
Just
sets.
just
let's-
like
Yes.
if it's
Do
one.
you understand?
The island.
Demography.
You see, yes, like you get where you go see men. Okay, question. Not okay. I don't want to say this, but if you go places like maybe we they perform for places now. We they go places, and you see married men there, plenty married men there, comedy clubs, places around, and the married men there are just alone there. I mean, if you trust a net there, you're going to get a type of married men. True or false? Yeah, so that's my point. Married men keep coming for the shows, but I'm just saying.
Like, what if you are actually looking at it from that perspective? Because that's where
what
you are. That's
do you
what
understand? That's
you
all
want.
that's around you.
So that's what you
For
want.
example,
what
if,
is
I,
around
if
me
me now
now?
from my
True.
I will
church
not
boy
go and
Christian
talk what I
perspective,
don't
tell you
know.
that
It's what I
out
know.
of 10, 8, I will give you a different.
True.
Do you understand?
Chuku,
Because of my
right?
circle.
Ebuka.
Ebuka, see, I don't say things that I don't know or things that I'm not familiar
I'm not
with.
doubting.
It's just your
I'm
perspective.
not doubting your knowledge.
It's my, it's
I'm not
what
doubting. Neither am I. Neither am I.
intense around
Neither am I
me.
doubting your experience. I'm just saying, you making that your experience a
base.
principle base, or you understand what I'm saying, maybe faulty because there may be bias in your
Ebuka,
experience.
you have to be realistic for. See, I'm a
What is
woman.
reality?
No.
We always say this realistic. What then is
Ebuka,
reality?
a woman will
Things
not be
happen.
with a man that does not provide.
So who told you that there are single men that cannot provide?
No, there are single men that can provide, right?
Then
But if
serious
a
relationship.
woman leaves her husband, 80% of the time, she immediately does not want to get married again.
Okay.
She might want to get married later,
Okay.
but instantly,
No.
as she's living, she wants to explore. And the only person she can explore with is with another married man.
That's not true,
No,
though.
that is the truth.
There is so many
This
single
has no
men.
base, man.
No, I'm not discarding
disputing.
single men.
You guys listen to
You
her.
guys need to understand me. I'm not discarding.
what-
I don't
sing-
want us to go back
Ebuka,
and
no.
forth.
I'm
She's
not
saying
discarding
something.
single men. I'm saying most of the time they will pick the married ones over the single ones. Why? There are more advantages there. They don't want anything serious there. Just the money.
So, but if they want to go for love, they will go for the,
The single
one.
ones.
Okay.
Because they know if they go for the
Okay, this
married guy,
explanation.
he already has a family and wouldn't want anything that serious.
This explanation serves because she says in the
Yeah.
immediate,
Yes.
the person is not looking to
They're
marry,
trying to
so
heal.
the person
They
doesn't
just-
want
they just
anything
wanna have
serious.
fun.
Even
Somebody that
marry
can
now,
give them
brotherly,
money.
Even to marry, self. I know even to marry, they're not looking to marry you. They just came out most times.
Yes.
When you just came out of something like that, are you quick to enter another drama version of it?
Yeah, some people do. Some people jump into.
Some people don't mind. Do I see news
but
online?
yeah,
I dey
no,
read them.
But it's not
But some
common.
people are they a high percentage?
Do you that's my point?
Yes, they are not, they are not.
The argument is the
That's
majority
what we
clause, which I'm saying is not
Yeah,
really
it might not-
true.
And
might
okay,
not
I think
be.
it's the other way around.
Even if they decide to be with a single guy, it will be a younger single guy.
No
It won't be the 55 years old man that is divorced and single. It won't be the 40
might
years
be
old
old.
man.
Whatever
But the
They
younger
want
single,
place.
also that now brings me back to if they decide to be with the younger single guy, the single guy is not providing.
At all.
Because
now.
as far as Nigeria is concerned,
Younger
then they
single guy.
decided
if you
that
are even
they
30,
just
you have
wanna
not
have
figured
fun.
out your life.
They just want to
Not
have fun.
everybody,
They
but
just
some
want.
people.
They just want a strong cock that can give them bam, 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 bam.
So this red flag now for a lot of people,
Guys in trouble.
for a lot of people, what they get for them, what they get would make them ignore a lot of
bam, bam.
A lot of things that in the past they might have said.
What they think they will get. Because at the end of the day, that relationship will ruin. Because there's red flag and people don't change overnight. If a man is silly, he's silly. Then I meet him, I'm delusional enough to think that, okay, he has a lot of money, he can spoil me. And I'm letting go of the fact that he's silly. I know that he's silly. He shows it to me every time we're out. But I ignore that him being silly because I know that I can ask him for money and he will give it to me. And he gives it to me. So what the fuck am I doing with him being silly?
Do you think that somebody that has divorced several times is a red flag?
Yes.
Someone that's divorced a lot of times is a red flag and also not a red flag. Because he's not a red flag in the sense that because he has been married and it didn't work out, doesn't mean that he's not capable of staying married. Right? It's just not the right person. So if they are family oriented enough to want to keep getting married until they find the person that they want to spend the rest of their life with, they will keep doing that. People do whatever they want to get what they want. If I have to do it 30 times, you do it.
Until I meet the right one.
And people don't understand because it is marriage. It's a lot of
Because it can't be
commitment.
marriage now.
No, because you're trying to build your
Like say that
business.
startup, like that school.
That's what I'm saying. You go to school, you fail, you read, you fail, you read, you fail. So why is it different? Because it's
All
marriage.
the very different. Because when you read, you fail, you read, you fail, you are the one failing, it's only you, you're just the one, you read, you fail, you start a business, it crashes, you are the one failing, you're the one that started
No,
the
you're not
business.
the one. You're dealing with people.
I know, but those are customers.
They
and
are
customers are not
customers.
coming, or they are coming. It's your business.
Yeah, but the
it's
business
still
is
you.
failing.
It's that your business is failing. But when you enter a marriage, these are two people. And this guy has been with two people, he divorced.
It didn't
Why?
work.
He goes to this one, he divorced. Why? He goes to this one, he divorced. Why?
It's the
He
red
goes to this
flag,
one.
though.
So
Like-
my question is, I'm not saying that people that are divorced multiple times cannot, the fact that you're making it look as though you keep on trying, not be SIM card, not be say just keep on trying till it works. No, this marriage, you just jump from this guy to this guy, so you feel so free to make lifetime commitments to several people.
Yes.
That's an issue now.
Like it is.
There's something
It's
about
an-
it.
you
Yeah,
really
he needs to
said-
pause.
you said
Especially
three
when they are too
different
close.
vows.
1 year, he needs to pause and calm down and say, wait, what? I need to calm down. What am I?
Maybe I should focus
that
on
means that's
myself
even
or
indicative
something.
That's even indicative that he has a choosing problem. Because for him to have chosen 3 times and not gotten it right, what makes you think you're the right choice? Somebody that has
It
failed.
doesn't have to be a he, it can be a
age,
how.
No problem. If you choose and you keep choosing and you keep choosing the wrong people, are you now rolling out that you can never choose the right person?
No. I'm saying.
Because they say
You
7
said red
times.
flag.
7 times. Stand up 8.
Listen,
you could make mistakes
listen,
7 times.
what is a
and
red
the 8th one will work.
What is a red flag? A red flag is an alarm that triggers when somebody says this thing that this could go wrong. So when somebody, like you said, it talks too much, your guard is up. Now before you were all in the body, once you have seen that red flag, your attention is now up. Now you're scrutinizing more because of you have seen a red flag. If somebody has divorced 5, 6, 7 times and he's coming to you and you say that doesn't make you to now look and inquire, especially ladies, they do and pass. They're the ones that investigative journalists. They want to know all your past. Why did it fail? And they're looking for patterns with their self today. This is my experience with you. Is there something that you do constantly in all this? Because if somebody is not wise enough to choose, You have to confirm that he has gotten the wisdom in choosing before you now settle that, oh, this is the guy I want to be with. If not, you will be number 8 divorce. That's what it is.
But then it's not the end of the world.
Okay, so is that your...
goes
No, this is a different thing. Are you saying that,
Life goes on.
in your own opinion, because of divorce is not the end of the world, then what's the worst that can happen? We will just divorce.
How about
Is
if
that
it
it?
works with your turn?
Then good.
Yes, because
So
it
what
doesn't
is the
matter.
problem?
So how would
So
you
what
know
is
it
the
will work if you
problem?
don't try?
You, we
No,
didn't
no,
say
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
try.
what
We
if
said
you don't
it's a
try?
red flag.
It's a red flag.
Red flags don't kill.
Listen.
You
if
can still
say-
walk through the
If
red
you
flag.
say try,
see,
because
this is the
we don't
problem.
say like say
You want to
marriage.
walk through the red.
We just dey try.
If you don't
Like say
try,
na-
how would
He's
you
trying to
win?
say
No, we don't talk like say marriage na boutique. You just see shit. So how much? 40K. You just wear.
Now
am.
try am.
Say, yeah,
Whether
try.
it fits me.
So it be. You know. You so when you go and you want to get married, there are many trials before you actually even say I want to marry
Get
this
married,
person.
yeah.
You have tested in different ways, both unconsciously, consciously. You have tried to check different things before you say I want to do forever. With
For
this
you to
person.
say till death
Honestly,
do us part, over and over again.
like there's something they say about marriage. You can never know everything.
Facts.
Good. Now, wait, I'm getting somewhere. You can never know everything. I might be dating you. That's why some people, they've dated for 10 years and they
they're
just
not
do
married.
1 year in marriage and,
And
it
they're over.
ends. Right?
It's over.
Now, if it has happened to me once and I go into the next person and you know, the next one, and I do it too, and it fails, probably what the person showed me that made me think of next level with the person. When we get into the marriage,
It wasn't there.
it wasn't there.
So you did not evaluate after the second
that's
time or the
supposed-
How
third
much can you
time?
evaluate? What is the 100?
Zinni, that supports my claim that there's a choosing problem. Because when you are dating somebody, you ought to, they say date intelligently.
That means you are choosing the
love
wrong
blindly.
person over and over again.
How do you know
That's
you're
what I'm
choosing
saying.
the wrong?
There's a
How do you know
problem
you're
with
choosing
you.
the
That
wrong
means you are
people?
just
You're the problem, you're
repeating
not
a
wise
pattern.
enough yet.
How
How do you know you're
pattern.
choosing the wrong people? How do you actually know you're
Because
Now you
you
dey
look at
divorce
your
every time.
Yes, now.
Now you dey reach one point they talk
What
say
if
it cannot
Naim
work,
then
it
they
cannot
leave?
work.
What if Naim then they leave?
Why?
That means you have an issue
Why?
still.
What
So
is
why
the
is it?
pattern?
I won't make I keep myself. Okay, they leave me. I have an
No,
issue.
no.
I leave them. I have an issue.
Zinni,
Wetin
Zinni, that's why
happen?
such a
There's a
person,
pattern.
such a person ought to pause. See, if
but
something
it's
happens
not
to you
the
3
end
times,
of the world.
Yes.
now.
so-
Life goes on.
so is that the? No, I'm just
So you
saying.
don't learn
do we
from
go
your
through
mistake,
life?
you just
Do we go through life saying
continue.
we are taking? I mean, my brother.
one
Even
door
if I'm
closes,
sorry
you
to say,
open another
if you
one.
go back, if you have kids, 5 kids,
you see why this
and
door
something
closes.
happens,
You will figure it out
sadly,
and they'll
you
open
lose the
another
5
door.
kids in one day. It's not the end of the world.
can-
Life goes on, but you don't go through life having that probability in your mind that one day I can lose my 5 kids.
Yes.
Because of life goes on. It's not the end of the world. I'm trying to say that idea that divorce is not the end of the world, life goes on. That's why I should be relaxed with the choice. No, I have to be
have to be
very
intentional
intentional
about
because even though
next
there's
partner.
nothing that life doesn't go on except if your life goes. No matter what happens to you, life goes on. So, my brother, you can't go through life with the mind that, oh, life goes on. It's not that deep. It's deep because you don't want to be sad. You don't want to be frustrated. You don't want to be unhappy. Your happiness is important. So if somebody has divorced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and you're not asking important questions, you're not, come on. If somebody has, those of you where they do, if you have never done HR, person they apply for a job, you see, say, you go to the first company, 2 months, it come out, 3 months, it come
Yes.
out.
Yeah, they will ask questions.
Now, that interview is a different kind of interview because
Yes.
the question you're asking are different. You're not asking, can you do it? It's like you're asking,
Why
what's
you-
the
What thing
matter?
What have you
happened?
been doing?
Yeah, you want to know because this person has shown a trend of lack of commitment to a place. Same thing with marriage.
What if the person is the one in the company that say, no, I stand for the truth, and then they now chase him
Then
out
let
of the
him
company?
tell us. Let
Yes,
him tell
yes,
us.
yes.
5 times, 6
So
times.
the conversation,
want to stand for the
yes,
truth.
This is what he's saying.
truth.
The conversation will be different.
Yes.
So, for example, you have a plug and play format. Like, oh, what are you have seen the person's resume. You're asking, what value would you add? But if you see person where we say,
Everything.
XYZ company, January to February, then March to April. The question where you go ask them go different from what are you bringing to the company?
No.
Because if I say, wait, what did they make you they move from one place to the other? That's what he's saying.
So
That the
you're going to
conversation
interview,
will be
you're going to
different.
scrutinize more. And so because of his marriage, he basically tells you, oh, it wasn't me. It was just them. You know.
They don't understand me.
They don't just get me. So who are you? You need to
Yeah,
now
who
know
are you?
who is this mystery of you that
Are you a deity?
they don't
you
get.
understand?
That's
4, 3
why
people
people
don't
do not
get.
figure you out.
So it's a red
That's-
flag. It's something that you need to pause and think. You know, go just say, oh, we're not ruling out that such people cannot be good.
Your red flag is not my red flag. How about that?
Oh no problem.
So if
everybody they
well,
build their
because
Yes, because
Everybody
is
follow
there,
the
is
reason
there
you are
a red
here.
flag? Just like they say, there is the truth and there is my truth. Is there the red flag and my red flag, your red flag,
Yes,
the other red
that
flag.
is the red flag.
So what I think
So
is, what I think
would
is,
we consider this the red flag or
Yes.
several? For me, I think
Not
that
my red flag.
for me, right? I'm going to tell you the honest truth, and I don't care who perceives it as wrong. If I see you, you're a man, and I love you, and I want to be with you. I don't care if you've been with 20 exes.
It don't matter.
I'm gonna go in
let's exit.
See,
because I want to be happy.
exes, red flag is not deal breaker.
And if you
exes,
make
those
me
are
happy
different
at that
things.
time,
They are
20 wives.
different.
I'm sticking with you.
20 wives.
And guess what?
30 ex-wives.
He has
And
been
guess
married
what?
20 times.
Yes.
He has been married 20 times.
If I love you, I will marry you.
Ha.
That's my man.
Yes,
Gonna
okay,
stick by him.
so that's that.
Yes.
that
Red
takes me-
flag is not deal breaker.
This is what I wanted to say.
It's
marry
a red
you.
flag, but it might not need to be a deal breaker.
I'll marry you.
Okay,
Yes,
so
if I love you.
we have had you
And
people,
you're good to me.
You people wait.
And secondly, sorry, there's something too that I want to clarify here. That it didn't work between myself and Tone.
It work with another
Does
person.
not mean, because you could see your ex, he's living his happiest
5G.
life. Just
work.
because probably the other person or the other people did not understand him.
Themselves.
Or maybe they're acting like Momo.
My younger brother is very annoying. But I tell you, I can live with my younger brother for 100 years.
Now your brother now.
No.
Your brother
No,
different from
no,
relationship.
I'm giving an example. I'm giving an
Okay,
example. I'm
amazing.
giving an example. He's a human being. We have a relationship.
But he's your brother now.
No. There are some people that will sit here and tell you that, their younger brothers, they can't stay with their younger brothers. There are people that, I have friends that say they can't live with their younger ones. But I can live with my younger one. Do you understand? It could be annoying to anybody else. To my mom
manage
will always
him.
shout. But I can.
Can
So
deal with
at the end of the day, it all boils down to, I can coexist with you. I might really piss this person off.
But you can.
So
can
the
deal with
thing
them.
is, personalities. So I could meet 8 yellow, and then I meet 1 yellow black,
Boom.
and we blend.
Okay, interesting. So
But if I stop at 6
It won't make
or 7,
sense.
how will I meet?
okay,
But
meet
still,
your
but
eight.
Yes,
still,
black.
not
No,
to
no,
the point of marrying
No,
all
no,
of
no,
them
no,
one
no.
by one.
Because he wants to be responsible. Because the said person wants to be
This thing that you said,
responsible.
this thing that you said now is more like ex, like we're dating.
Yes, not a
Boyfriend.
marriage.
It's not a marriage.
No marriage. Oh.
You know what it be say? You know what it be say? You don't do 5 wedding reception.
Why we downplay
You don't do.
this?
That's your shoot.
They don't double it. They don't double
You don't
it.
cut wedding
Think
cake
about
one
it
time.
now.
No, not everybody
You're
will
not
do
thinking
wedding.
about
By that
it in
time,
that
you don't
way.
already-
Not everybody do
You
wedding
went-
ceremony.
If
He
plan
watched
are your
the
plug.
woman walk down the aisle 5 times. He
Okay.
said vows.
Interesting,
These are
interesting.
decision issues.
Interesting,
For
interesting.
me, if I love a man, I will marry him.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
That
yes.
is that you saw the red flag and you did
And
what?
he wants to
Isn't
marry,
it? I'm
I
not
will
saying
love
what
him.
pass.
Listen,
If it's good to me.
there are many marriages.
Yeah.
There are many marriages
you
we've
can
heard
date
there.
somebody and they treat you so badly, and they date the next woman,
And
and
yes,
they're so
amazing to the
sweet.
person.
And
You get my
exactly.
point, but my point is that I'm not
Exactly.
ruling that out. I'm just saying that if somebody is known for dating, treating all the women he has been dating very badly, if it comes to you, I'm not saying you should close the door, say get out. No, you're not an idiot.
But open your eye and look
Okay,
where
you go show
Yeah,
your
because you go
Why
say,
you dey
what's
show
it
your
for
own?
women?
No come online to
Okay, I
complain.
want to ask
Oh.
you something. Okay, I want to ask you something. Ebuka.
Look well.
I want to ask you.
You have to be sure that
I want
he
to
has
ask you
changed
something.
or he has repented or he's
Exactly.
different
No, Vess, I
or
want to ask you
maybe it's because
something.
of personality type. You have to be sure.
Ebuka, I want to ask you
Communication
something. You start dating a girl, and she tells you that she's slept with. Her body
45.
count is crazy. She slept
45.
with almost 100 men or 200 men. You don't know them. You don't know the men.
In which
What?
lifetime?
How do you know
You
you don't
know
even
them.
know
Who
them?
told you that?
Okay,
If you marry an
This is Lagos,
ex-prostitute,
you know
excuse
them.
me, if you
So she
marry
says-
an ex-prostitute,
So she says
Customer day
200
around
men.
you.
yes, her body
Okay.
count is like 200. Let's even go.
Okay,
Let's say.
okay.
Or yeah, and she's told you she's,
Okay.
what would you do? Would you-
First thing I'm going to do, because most likely I'm the one that came to her, right? And I'm the one that was proposing the relationship with her, and she
That's
told me
not judge.
this, that she's been with 200 men. First question I want to ask is, why was it 200?
What
Was
do you
it-
mean? Where was it 200?
Hold on.
What kind of question?
Hold
is
on,
that?
allow me to learn. Why do you? Because somebody
Don't
has
make me
had
vex, so.
somebody has had body count with 200 people. You're asking, what is it?
Okay,
for
maybe
you?
200 is too much a number.
No,
Let's
200
say-
is fine. Don't
let's
take it
even
down.
say
No.
let's say
200 is
she's
fine.
been with 60 men.
60 men.
Even 5.
Even if she has been with 2 men, and she thought it wise to tell me
you.
that I've been with 2 men. I want to know first things first, and most men want to know. First things first. Who are those two men? Who were they to you? Was it casual? Was it serious?
She
Was
dated
it-
them.
Hold on, let me land.
She dated them
seriously. Okay.
50 of them.
What is the state?
Yes, in her lifetime.
That's even a
Which
problem.
lifetime now?
Hold on.
Methuselah?
Hold on.
Why not?
Hold on.
No,
50 people.
people
Hold
have
on.
it. There's
Allow
some
me now.
casual and they
There
walk
will be
away.
some casual
Allow
No,
me.
he's trying to
Allow
say
me
something.
because she has dated 50 people seriously.
Hey.
Maybe how long? Maybe she's just 23. And has done it 50 times, twice plus something her age.
2 weeks or
So if somebody is dating 2 weeks, I need to know, do you have commitment issues? Number
Yes.
one. Number two, is it the case of you, maybe there's a way you're addicted to variety? I need to know so that I know what I'm entering, so I don't expose myself to hurt. If the lady is telling you that, I just, when I'm not just
maybe
feeling it,
just
when
enjoy
there's
sex.
just pressure, I just stop,
you-
That means I can't go into something serious.
What
with
if
this person.
what if it's a case of let's leave 60? Let's say somebody is coming to you, right? Or you want to get into a relationship with somebody, and the person has dated 10 people in 5 years.
10 people in 5
In
years.
5 years, yes.
The question is, and I may not ask this question I'm saying now. I may not
No,
ask
it's
it
never right.
directly.
Who will you ask if not your partner?
No. I may not ask directly because some
She will
things,
just be gisting.
there's some things that you get through. There's some things you get through information, through conversation. You get to
Yeah,
know,
conversation
You can
leads
get
to
to know how
You should bring
somebody
it up.
thinks. You can get to know the person's maybe if the person is a needy person, are there voids in the person's life that the person is trying to fill with this relationship that is trying to jump. What is this person looking for? From conversating with the person. That's why I'm not big on. That's why 6 weeks amazed me. Because I'm saying I need to get to know this person. It doesn't mean if we go out, then again, people
would
are
that be a
different.
red flag for you? Would you say you wouldn't date because she's been with those
That's
number
what
of
I'm
men
saying. For me,
within that short of
for me,
time
a
frame?
red flag is an indicator of likely failure. So I need to watch it. So even if before I was still like this, if I see red flag, I sit up. If I be like that,
But you're gonna
But
give
deal
it a
breaker is
chance.
when
Are
you
you
walk
going to
away.
give the red flag a chance?
There's
Yeah.
nobody because of I'm a Christian. I don't rule out anybody.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So if somebody tells me, for the fact that I'm not a fool, I don't just go to people. There's something I saw about you. I'm not looks driven. There's something I saw about you that made me to say, hey, I want to start being you. I want to get close on this level. So my question is, if you came from this, okay, but I'm seeing this person, okay, why is there a disparity? I have to seek to know. Do you get? So I'm not going to say, no, just close the door. No,
What is the
except that
length
God
of
tell
the
me,
time
say,
that you
never.
seek to know before you now finally say, okay, this one now is...
But humans are different now.
So why are you
So-
worried?
So why are
about
you worried
6
about the short time
No,
if humans are different?
Now, I was worried about it because the length of experience. This is where we are different. Do you understand? The length of
It
experience.
was an experiment.
It's experiment, not experience. Now.
No, so you get it clear.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
an
yeah. No,
experiment.
for you it was
an
an experiment.
intentional.
Yes.
No, for you
So
it was an
It was an
experiment.
experiential experience.
For you it was an experiment.
Thank
For
you.
the
Yes,
guy, it was
now
probably not
so.
an experiment.
No fights.
Do you get? So I'm saying for the depth of experiences, not that you've already shared in such a short time.
You
I'm
can
not-
share a lot in 1 week.
And for somebody that you just met.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's where we are different. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because some of us meet some men and start talking to some men in the morning.
the
By
evening,
evening,
they
we
are
feel like we
loving.
want to marry them.
And you feel like, but do you go ahead and marry them?
Don't
No.
do that.
We start checking out wedding gowns.
That's why
You start planning your kids.
This is why I talk.
This is
What
why
do you not
women
talk when
ignore
not
red
each other?
flags.
That's why I said
Because you're
feeling is-
creating an image
I said
in
feeling is
your
wonderful.
head.
Feeling is great.
Instead
You
of
get-
looking at him.
You can meet somebody today, and just from the, at the end,
I'm telling you, you can't rule that
from
out.
the first conversation,
Yes.
I knew
Knew
this
my
person
wife
Yes.
was my wife or was my husband.
And that is it.
It can happen.
Look,
Feeling.
when my dad met
God,
my mom,
please.
he said to her, how far? I want to marry you. My mother said, just like that. Please, I have a boyfriend in Uniport. My father said, do you want to do boyfriend or you want to marry? I will
Choose
come back
one.
tomorrow, please, with my answer.
Oh,
They are still
And
together
that was
today.
it.
So
It's giving energy.
when did they marry?
BD.
2 weeks after that,
My dad met my mom in December. By
Okay.
the end of January.
they have married.
It's finished.
yes.
Otilo.
That is
Yeah,
someone
but
that
that's
knew
good
what
now.
he
That's
wanted
good.
And
from
my
you.
mom and my dad are still kicking
He
it.
felt like
That's
this is
very
what I
possible.
want.
That's
Very
so
intentional,
possible.
man.
It's very
Because
possible now.
That's
Yes.
so possible.
It's
My papa said he won't marry. How far?
That's so possible because he, like I said,
That
from the
means he
beginning,
met his
he
real
knew what he
woman.
wanted. He knew himself and knew what he wanted.
And the woman too knew herself and knew what she wanted.
So
and
there's
they
no
went
problem.
along
That-
with
the
it.
conversation
She
should be
think
very-
I'm Boyfriend for Uniport, may not they talk anything.
This
Husband
man,
for
option.
here. Don't
And that Uniport, Specie, if you
Don't
say
let your boyfriend
na meal
from
ticket in the
Nigeria.
use to buy for.
Can I pay?
So sorry, AJ Fortune Fadekemi. Ebuka, thank you so much. We're really very grateful. You know what's funny? We
don't
don't.
go
This
comment
don't
on
last
it.
3 hours.
I swear.
We won't get off here if we continue.
Like joke, we don't do 3 hours.
Ebuka
We are
has a lot
grateful.
to say.
We are super grateful. We are thankful for everyone that followed us from the start up until this time. I am very certain that you have learned. Now it's important to know that we all have our personal opinions, and you can express yourself, share it.
Oh, yeah.
But importantly, conversations like this go day. But if you have not learned anything, it is to love yourself first. Know what you want, very importantly. And number 2, know what you are getting into. Don't be carried away. You feel
Red
like this
flags
in the
dey
morning.
o.
If you know they like that for afternoon.
swear.
When I saw you in that dress, he not go wear that dress for the rest of our life.
I
Or
swear.
he not go wear that thing for the rest of his life.
Wear yellow.
So it's important that you do all that you can.
If you return that Lamborghini in the afternoon,
If you return that, so thank you so much to our fans, our viewers. We love you. This one is for you. This is the 4th big award
Yeah.
in 2024,
Yeah.
and it's not because of what we do. It is because of the grace of God Almighty
And you guys.
your support. So we are grateful. Thank
so
you so
feel free
much.
to call us an award-winning podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.